Varsha madam is already there. Vaishali madam, sir is also there.
Requesting all the faculty to please rename themselves because somebody has joined as 1+. So I can't understand whether the chairpersons and the speakers for my session have joined or not.
Monica,
Yes, sir.
it is 6. We should
Yes,
start.
sir. I will start, sir.
Yes.
Ma'am, we are live now.
Sure. A very warm welcome to all the esteemed faculty members to the 217th episode of the Happy Learning Masterclass webinar series. This series today is in association with Ahmednagar, Chalisgaon, Dhule, Jalgaon, Jalna, Malegaon, and Nashik societies. The theme for today's topic is legal issues in OBGY practice. I'm sure all of us will have a handful of take-home messages post this webinar. Let us seek the blessings of Lord Almighty first. The inauguration slide, please. It is my proud privilege to introduce Dr. M.C. Patel, sir, in the meantime, that the tech team helps us with the inauguration. Sir has been the past vice president. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Today, we are in the 217th episode, and Dr. M.C. Patel, sir's name equates to patience, perseverance, and persistence because we have been carrying out this series since the corona pandemic started. And sir has been the vice president of the Foxy in the past. He's an active medical legal consultant, and he's also an active member who operates in the Northeast every year. He's been doing that since the last 23 years, and currently also he has joined us from Chirang, Assam, and sir has traveled all the way just to get a little network to be with us today for this webinar. Sir, it speaks volumes about your commitment and your consistency. Over to you. And I, Dr. Monica Umbardan, and the coordinators, thank you for allowing us to coordinate this webinar for you, sir. And I also request you to please introduce our chief guest, Dr. Dumbar Madam, for today.
Thank you, Dr. Monica, for kind words. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to this 217th episode of Happy Learning Masterclass web series. And as mentioned, today's joining society, Ahmednagar, Chalisgaon, Dhule, Jalgaon, Jalna, Malegaon, and Nasik. I welcome Dr. Josna Dumre Madam from Nasik. She has kindly consented to be chief guest to bless the webinar. Of course, she is always with me in any of my academic activity. Thank you, Madam, for sparing time to bless us. I also welcome guest of honor Dr. Ramesh Desle sir from Nashik, Dr. Varsa Batse from Nashik, and Dr. Sudarshan Nawal from Jalgaon. They all have kindly consented to be guest of honor to bless the webinar. And of course, they all three are always with me in any of my academic activity. Thank you, all of you. I also welcome learned chairpersons who are going to chair respective session. Dr. Yaswant Pawar from Chalisgaon, Dr. Ganesh Bade from Ahmednagar, Dr. Jitendra Gumare from Dhude. They are going to chair very interesting session which taken by Dr. Chandrakant Sanklecha, and he's going to talk about MTP Acts and its relevance in OBGYN practice. I also welcome one more set of chairperson, Dr. Anil Kayande from Jalna, Dr. Neeru Agarwal madam from Jalna, and Dr. Neha Lad madam from Nashik. They are going to chair very interesting session about PCPNDT Act, which is to be covered by Dr. Vijay Sinde from Jalna. I also welcome one more set of chairperson, Dr. Pankaj Mate from Ahmednagar, Dr. Nitin Lad from Nasik, Dr. Vaishali Chaudhary madam from Jadgaon, and Dr. Anita Bhaviskar from Jadgaon, and they are going to chair session related to POXO Act in our OBGYN practice, and it is to be delivered by me only. I also welcome two learned panelists, Dr. Varsa Lahade and Dr. Manisha Jagtap, both from Nasik. They are going to discuss in our OBGYN practice relevance of medical legal issues. I also welcome all the learned panelists, Dr. Vikas Gore from Nashik, Dr. Sachin Khedkar from Charisgaon, Dr. Vishal Patil from Dhude, Dr. Tushar Jambre from Maregaon, Dr. Gauri Pimpralekar from Nashik, Dr. Swapnanjali Awad from Nashik, Dr. Amit Karande from Ahmednagar, Dr. Anand Patil from Maregaon, and Dr. Mukund Karambekar from Charisgaon. I also welcome my team, Dr. Monica Umardan, she is convener for this series, and Dr. Monica Gupta, Dr. Nivedita, Dr. Satabdi, Dr. Deepika Logani, and Dr. Megha Kamlapurkar, and they are coordinator for this series. And all the president and secretary of respective societies who have joined this webinar, and all the delegates, I welcome. Just mentioned by Dr. Monica, just now I am in deep forest of Assam in Chirang district, and this is our 23rd year as far as our medical services in northeast states are concerned. And this year we have taken one more task about cervical cancer awareness and screening also. Today we have examined 164 patients with treatment, and out of those 64 patients were screened as far as cervical cancer part is concerned. And Assam Cancer Care Foundation has joined us in this venture, and two people from that organization were there with us, and they had taken pap smear and some slides, etc., and they will come up with result, and they will contact those patients who are positive or they are in need of further investigation and treatment. So I have little travel to come in network because I was in deep forest of Assam where there was no network. So just to meet you all on the screen and to welcome you all, I am here only. And just mentioned by Dr. Monica, this series we started in era of COVID-19, and our aim at that time was to just meet our Foxian friends on screen and to say hello. But with demand of all the friends who have encouraged us to continue this series, we are still with this series, and this is our 217th episode of the same series. An ultimate goal was to update our knowledge in our day-to-day OBGYN practice and to be helpful to check MMR and IMR was our goal. And this time we have taken a cervical cancer awareness program also. So welcoming you all. Thank you. Thank you very much. Monica, over to you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Now we request our chief guest to MC Patel, sir, to introduce the chief guest, and we will have her blessings.
No, Monica will introduce. Monica Amodan.
Sir, I will introduce them.
Oh yes, it will do.
Today, our chief guest is Jyotsna Dumbre, madam. She is having a vast experience of 40 years in OBGY practice. She is a past secretary and president of IMA Nasik Road. She is a past president of the same society, past vice president. and she was an ex-member board of trustees of NOGS. Commendation by Pune Corporation of Special Work in Tambi Mohim. And she
Mohim.
has got a special interest in high-risk pregnancy and patient education. Over to you, madam, for your blessings.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Am
Yes,
I
ma'am.
audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You are audible.
Yes, madam.
Okay. Today's edition of Happy Learning Masterclass is on legal issues in OBGY practice. And this topic is always very close to all the gynecologists here and everyone. The program director, Dr. MC Patel, sir, great work by him. Very humble person, senior, experienced and veteran gynecologist. The convener, Dr. Monica Dand, coordinators, the fellow dignitaries, guests of honor, Dr. Ramesh Desley, sir, Dr. Varsha Baste, madam, Dr. Sudarshan Nawal, sir, all the participants and dear audience. The topic will be discussed in 3 sessions and 1 panel discussions by all the experienced OBGY specialists. And these sessions truly will have long-term impact to bridge the knowledge gaps and to improve patients' outcome with safety. Thank you, organizers, for adding me in this group. And I wish everyone a very happy learning. Thank you.
Thank you,
madam,
madam, for sparing time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words. Please put the CV of guest of honor. Today we are having 3 guests of honor.
Mute.
Please. First is Dr. Ramesh Desley, sir. He's a National Faculty of Vaginal Surgeons, FOXY, exclusively doing stitches vaginal hysterectomy using urban biclamp. Laparoscopic surgeon, and he has done enormous number of laparoscopic surgeries in government camps. He's a chairman, Nasik OBGY Trust, and a past president of Nasik OBGY Society. Over to you, sir, for your blessings. I think sir has not joined.
Hello.
Sir, are you there?
Yes,
sir. Sir,
yes,
please.
yes.
Sir,
Yes,
please,
Yes,
over to
yes.
you.
Welcome, Desley, sir.
Yes.
You are muted, sir. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Sir,
Sir,
we can hear you, but we can't see you. Your
can you
video
hear
is
now?
not on. Yes,
Oh,
sir. Yeah,
Can you
now
hear
we
now?
can see
Yes.
you. Yes, sir. We
Now,
can see you and we can hear you.
visible and audible.
Yes, yes. I really thanks the chief organizer, Dr. MC Patel and his team for organizing such a beautiful topic, the CME on this sensitive medical legal topic. The main goal of these ethical responsibilities and the women's health. Sir, MTP Act, PCNTK and POXO, these are very, very important for in the life of every gynecologist. Sir, MTP Act, women's health is more important. PCPNDT, PCPNDT, we have to maintain the male and female ratio and equality, maintain the F-form guideline from the Supreme Court, and the signature of the pregnant woman is must on the F-form. The routine checkup of the UAG centers and ART labs is must. For POXO, child health is more important because there is a mental trauma. And do not forget in POXO that there is lifetime imprisonment. I really thanks Dr. MC Patel organizing such a great CME on this medical legal issue. Dr. MC Patel is a very gentleman, very great thinker, and very in-depth knowledge of the PCPNDT. Sir, thanks for the future elections. Thanks, audience.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your blessings. Our next chairperson, next guest of honor is our beloved past Vice President, Dr. Varsha Baste, ma'am. She's a practicing gynecologist and infertility specialist in Nasik for past 30 years, and she's a director of the same hospital. She was a FOXY Vice President West Zone from 25 to 26. First ICSI PGD baby in North Maharashtra was delivered by her, and she has received prestigious Dr. Anandi Ben by Joshi Award, Amox V for Stri Puraskar by Honorary Governor of Maharashtra. And madam, there's a lot to say about you, and you are such a humble and nice person, and always smiling sweetly whenever we meet you. Thank you for all your cooperation, madam. Over to you.
Thank you so much, dear Monica, for my nice introduction. Hello, Dr. MC Patel, sir. I should
Thank you, ma'am.
congratulate you for your continued CMEs, and they are really well received and attended also by all because they are really full of knowledge and updates. Uh, Today, this side of Maharashtra is really vibrant, and I can see so the beeline of coordinators. You have Monica Ubardhan and other coordinators and guest of honor. I'm lucky. I feel lucky to be the guest of honor along with Dr. Desle sir and Dr. Naval sir, who are the pioneers in our area in doing surgeries, and also Dr. Naval sir is a pioneer in doing infertility work from Jalgaon. The medical legal means Dr. M.C. Patel is Bhishmacharya of medical legal, and he has
Thank you.
really helped so many cases. He doesn't take charges also, but he is really asset to Foxy also, and personally to doctors also who are in trouble for medical legal issues. And the topic that they are also selected very apt topics by the great speakers like Sanklecha sir, Shinde sir, and himself, Dr. M.C. Patel sir, and the chairpersons also. I will not take all the names, but the topics are really, really wonderful and needed for day-to-day practice. The panel discussion, which is will be the moderators are also updated and knowledgeable. Dr. Varsha Lahade madam and Dr. Manisha Jagtap madam, who is the president-elect now for NOGS, and the panelists, I can see all the many secretaries and presidents who I know very well personally too. So the wonderful amalgamation of all these speakers and panelists and the chairpersons also. Dr. M.C. Patel, your hard work is seen in collecting all these perfect persons for that perfect subjects. And Dr. Monica, hats off to you for being a convener since long, and you are also an asset to Poxy. Now the elected Poxy chairperson. So it's a wonderful time for all of us to learn more about medical legal and be confident in dealing our cases day-to-day life. Thank you so much for MC Patel sir and Monica and all for involving me and allowing me to give this opportunity to talk in front of this all the audience and the speakers and the faculties also. Thank you. Over to you, Monica.
Thank you, Dr. Varsha, for sparing time for me. Of course, we have long bond of relationship in Foxy since years together, and we have traveled abroad also under your
Yes, you
leadership
are
as
my
a
travel
chairperson
buddy
of
since long.
yes International Academic Exchange Committee, and you have always kept my words. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words. Our next guest of honor is, please, Dr. Sudarshan Naval sir. He is an MD OBGY from University of Mumbai, done fellowship in minimal access surgery and fellowship in stem cell and regenerative medicine, and practicing in Jalgaon, and he is mainly focusing on IVF, and he is working since 1978. Over to you, sir, for your blessings. Naval sir, you are unmuted. You are muted. Please unmute yourself. Naval sir, are you there? Sir, please unmute yourself.
Am I audible,
Yes, sir.
madam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
At the outset, I thank Dr. M.C. Patel sir and Monica madam for allowing me to be a part of this session today. Of course, the session is very sensitive, as said by earlier guests also. So I need not repeat all that things. And whatever the way we have got the legal knowledge so far, we always need to have a brush up because there are so many minute facets, and these learned speakers are going to say enlighten us on these medical legal issues of about MTP and PCPNDT and so also POXO. And Thank you, MC Patel sir, and wish you all the best, sir, for being our. I see that you are going to be elected. Yes, from our side, we all are for you. Thank you, sir.
Also take an opportunity to congratulate Dr. Varsha Lade, madam. She is now the newly appointed civil surgeon from Gadchiroli. Congratulations, madam.
Thank you, Varsha
Congratulations.
ma'am, and congratulations, Varsha ma'am, and thank you, Sudarshan sir, for your kind words. Now I request Deepika Logane to please start with the first session.
Yeah, so good evening, everybody. Good evening, and thank you at the outset. Thank you to Dr. MC Patel sir and Dr. Monica Omardan and my co-coordinators. And I have the pleasure of now starting with the first session. And for the first session, I am inviting the chairpersons for the session. Can we have the CV for Dr. Yashwant Pawar, sir? So it is my privilege to introduce our first chairperson for this session, Dr. Yashwant Pawar. Sir is the past president of Chalisgaon Obs and Gynae Society. He's a senior consultant obstetrician and gynecologist at Molly Hospital, Chalisgaon. Sir is known for his long-standing clinical experience and continued contribution to women's healthcare in the region. Sir, welcome, sir. Our next chairperson is Dr. Ganesh Barde sir. Sir is the president of Ahmednagar Obs and Gynae Society, holding a diploma in endoscopic surgery and is the director of Barde Hospital and Maternity Home. He has earlier served as the joint secretary of AMOGS in 2016 and was also the in charge of the Department of Obs and Gynae at the Civil Hospital Ahmednagar. So we are very happy to have you chair this session. Our next chairperson is Dr. Jitendra Ghumare sir. Sir is the president of Dhule Obs and Gynae Society, a professor in the Department of Obs and Gynae at SBH Government Medical College, Dhule, and is also a consultant at Shri Shakambhari Maternity Center and Nursing Home. Sir is a prominent senior consultant, obstetrician and gynecologist based in Dhule, widely recognized for his academic and clinical leadership in the region's medical community. Sir, we are very happy to have you as our chairperson. May I request our chairpersons to introduce our first speaker for the session? Is somebody, are they there? Or should I introduce the chairperson? Should I introduce the speaker, sir? I think the chairpersons are not available at the moment. So I have the proud privilege of introducing the speaker for the session, Dr. Chandrakant Sanklecha, sir. Sir is a senior consultant obstetrician and gynecologist at Sanklecha Hospital and Maternity Home at Govind Nagar and has been having an active clinical practice for more than 3 decades. Sir has served as the past president of Indian Medical Association, Nashik, and is as well as the past president of the Nashik Obs and Gynae Society. Sir is a Manyata champion and has contributed number of chapters to Foxy Focus and other publications. Topic for Sir's presentation today is MTP Act amendments, what a gynecologist should know. So I welcome you, sir, and the stage is all yours.
Thank you. Thank you for a nice introduction. And how do I share my screen?
सर नीचे उसके एक एरो होगा
हाँ
के स्क्रीन पे ना नीचे
वो किया है मैंने तो
वो एरो करने से इट विल ओपन अप योर डेस्कटॉप या आपने जहाँ भी पीपीटी करा है इस पे आ तो रहा है स्टेयर्स
हाँ आया
आप अपना वो खोलो सर प्रेजेंटेशन
Sir, first open the presentation before sharing it.
Yeah, I have clicked it. I think.
Sir, is your presentation open?
Yeah. Can you see?
No,
Sir,
we can't see.
No, sir, your presentation was not opened before you minimize the Zoom link. You please minimize the Zoom link. Open your presentation first on the desktop, then maximize the Zoom link, click screen share, and then open the presentation will open up.
Okay.
Sir, first you do the stop sharing.
Yeah.
First you do the stop sharing, sir.
Stop sharing. Okay.
Yeah.
Stop share. Okay, done.
Yeah. Now again, you go in the share.
I minimized it. Now I open my presentation
Yes, sir.
and make it full screen. Yes.
Sir,
So
right
now-
now don't do full screen, sir.
Okay.
Just open the PPT.
Okay, I opened it.
Yeah, then click on the share in your Zoom app. In Zoom app, click on share. And then select PPT, presentation.
तो जैसे आपने पहले क्लिक किया था, जो भी आपने करा था ना ग्रीन एरो,
हाँ,
तो शेयरिंग आ रहा था उस टाइम पे, वही
आ रहा
क्लिक
था?
करिए। हाँ जी,
हाँ।
आप पहले क्लिक करिए सर उसको।
ये अभी आ रहा है?
यस सर, अभी आ रहा है। हाँ यस सर, आ गया। अब नाउ
गया।
मेक इट फुल स्क्रीन, ऊपर जा करके लेफ्ट साइड में
हाँ,
फुल
करेक्ट
स्क्रीन
करेक्ट,
कर
वहां से
दीजिए।
कर दीजिए। हाँ,
ये मैं
आपका
फुल
दिख रहा है?
स्क्रीन अभी किया है, दिख रहा है अभी?
नहीं सर, इसी वाले में ऊपर जाके
नहीं हो जाएगा मैडम,
स्लाइड शो पे चले जाइए।
शायद टाइम लगेगा, हो जाएगा।
हाँ, अभी आया है मुझे फुल स्क्रीन।
यस यस, दिख रहा है हमारे को।
I think all of you can see the screen.
सर
Yes,
इसको
sir.
स्लाइड शो पे जाके फुल स्क्रीन करना होगा। अभी हमें आपका प्रेजेंटेशन और लेफ्ट साइड में सारे स्लाइड्स दिख रहे हैं।
Okay, okay. So slide show.
ऊपर ही इसी पीपीटी वाले में स्लाइड शो का ऑप्शन है।
Slide show. हाँ,
यस,
उसमें
प्ले फ्रॉम बिगिनिंग।
okay. Now can you see?
सभी आप क्लिक करेंगे तो आएगा।
किया?
फुल स्क्रीन का कहीं पे आ रहा है इफेक्ट वो? सर एक बार इसको आप प्ले करिए, नेक्स्ट वाला करिए, क्योंकि अभी आपका टाइटल स्लाइड तो आ रहा है।
आ रहा है ना? हाँ,
हाँ जी,
ओके।
एक
सर
बार
कोई
एक-
बात नहीं, आप ऐसे भी
इसी
बोल
से
सकते हैं सर।
ऐसे भी बोल दीजिए सर,
मुझे
ऐसे ही।
लगता है ऐसे भी बोल सकता हूँ।
यस
अभी
सर, ऐसे
अभी
ही
आ
बोल
रहा है?
हाँ
Yes,
जी,
we can see your slides.
we can see.
We can see.
Okay, okay. So,
ऐसे ही बोल।
good evening, everyone. And first of all, I thank NC Patel sir for giving me this opportunity, and Monica also. The topic given to me is MTP Act amendment. I have this MTP Act, Bare Act with me right now. It's a very small, compact act and very easy to read. So how the act evolved? Actually, this is the Act of 1971. And then MTP rules and regulations came in 2003. Then there was MTP Amendment Act in 2021, but it came in effect on 24th of September 2024. Then there were MTP amendment rules also, which were formed in sometime in June, but again they came into effect from September 2024. So we will be seeing what are the new things in MTP Act that came in 2021 amendment. So basically, what were the objects of this amendment, and what were the results of this?
Sir, sorry to interrupt. Actually, slide is not changing.
अच्छा, एक
Yeah, you do one
अभी
thing.
इसमें चेंज हो रहा है क्या?
हाँ, अभी हुआ।
Yes, sir.
हाँ, अभी ऐसे ही रखता हूँ
It's
मैं।
changing.
ऐसे ही रखता हूँ।
Okay.
हाँ, so the reason given by the government in this MTP Act is that with the advancement of medical technology, there was scope for increasing upper gestational limit. Also, there were many cases filed in many high courts and Supreme Court regarding allowing us to terminate the pregnancy after 20 weeks also, because the Act provided there were provisions only up to 20 weeks. Plus, there was a need for increasing access of women to legal and safe abortion to reduce maternal mortality morbidity. So, this act was amended, and a committee sat. Foxy was taken into consideration, and this act was amended in 2021. First, we will just go quickly through the important things in MTP rules and regulations of 2003, because 1971 MTP Act, I think all of us know what it was. So in MTP rules 2003, for the first time, medical termination with the tablets RU486, which now we call as mifepristone, and misoprostol use was legalized, which was up to 7 weeks. Then it was changed to 9 weeks with effect from October 2021. Also, it was said that a clinician, a registered medical practitioner, can dispense these tablets from his clinic, provided he has access to a place which is approved under Section 4, that is a registered place for MTP. But he has to display a certificate to this effect from the owner of the approved place. And this is very important, because if someone does not have a registered approved MTP center, but is giving MTP pills, mifepristone, misoprostol, he should have a certificate to that effect that I have access to this and this center, and has to display it. In MTP regulations of 2023, there is only one thing important, that is every registered medical practitioner who terminates any pregnancy shall, within 3 hours from the termination, certify such termination in Form I. So Form I, you have to fill within 3 hours of, so you cannot say that yesterday I did MTP and I am about to fill the form. Within 3 hours he has to do it. This is in MTP regulations 2003. Now we come to amendments that came into effect in 2024, but the act was amended and passed in the parliament in 2021 only, although it came into effect 2 years after the amendment. So there are 3 or 4 important changes. Most important of that is amendment of Section 3. Subsection 2 of Section 3 allowed termination up to 20 weeks. Now this amendment allows termination up to 24 weeks. Previously, up to 12 weeks, opinion of one registered medical practitioner was allowed, and 12 to 20 weeks, opinion of 2 registered medical practitioners was needed. Now it has been changed, up to 20 weeks, only one, and after 20 weeks, up to 24 weeks, there should be opinion of 2 RMPs. So this is the most important change or amendment that has taken place. Now, indications after 20 weeks of pregnancy are separately listed. We must know this. We cannot use the previous indications of MTP, which were up to 20 weeks for this section. That is 20 weeks to 24 weeks. We all must know these indications, and only if the patient is fitting into one of these, then we can terminate the pregnancy after 20 weeks. So what are these? We all should know it. Survivors of sexual assault or rape or incest. Minors, see, we come under POXO Act, but we can terminate the pregnancy on the ground that the patient is minor. Then change of marital status during the ongoing pregnancy. This is again very important. Either widowhood, her husband has died, or there is divorce. Then women with physical disabilities. Now, which physical disabilities? It is Disabilities Act. According to that, those physical disabilities are allowed. Mentally ill women, again it is specified which mental illnesses are to be considered. Then fetal malformation incompatible with life. This is okay, but or the child will be seriously handicapped if born. Now this is a gray area. Someone can say that the child will be seriously handicapped. Someone may say that it may not be. So this is a gray area again. And in humanitarian settings like disaster or emergency as declared by the government or anything. Again, same section in the amendments, there was a clause, there was an indication which stated that failure of contraception can be an indication of termination of pregnancy. But the wording has been changed in this amendment, and we carefully, if we read, initially, it was where the pregnancy occurs as a result of failure of any device or method used by any married woman. Now the married word is gone. Used by any woman. It was or her husband. Now the husband is gone and partner word has come in. So used by any woman or her partner for the purpose of limiting number of children. Only this much was there. Now they have added for the purpose of limiting the number of children or preventing pregnancy. So only to prevent pregnancy if a woman and her partner has used any method or device. See, method can be anything and they need not use device also. Then this can be terminated. Now, under which clause, which indication, the anguish caused by such pregnancy may be presumed to constitute a grave injury to the mental health of the pregnant woman. That is B. So, up to 20 weeks, you can use this as a valid indication for terminating any pregnancy under the section that it can cause a grave injury to the mental health. This is very important, and it may be presumed, these are the wordings in the act, and Supreme Court has taken advantage of these wordings also and given relief to the medical practitioners. So this is very important. We all should know this. Now, continuing with the same, provisions relating to the length of pregnancy shall not apply where such termination is necessitated by the diagnosis of any of the substantial fetal abnormalities diagnosed by the medical board. Now, government has
Dr. Shatabdi, please mute yourself.
आपका आवाज आ रहा है. So now this medical board is to be constituted by every state government, which should contain a gynecologist, a pediatrician, and a radiologist or sonologist, and any other member as deemed fit to be in the board by the government. And this board, if decides that the fetus has substantial fetal abnormality, then they can give permission for the termination of that pregnancy irrespective of the gestational age. This we all should know. These medical boards are there in all the civil hospitals, and usually they give the verdict very early in a few days. Now, other than section 3, there is insertion in section 5A about protection of the privacy of a woman. Now, they have added this, that no RMP shall reveal name and other particulars of the woman who has terminated her pregnancy to anybody except to a person authorized by any law. Now, this they have added, so that if a corporation official or civil hospital official comes to you and asks for the details, you have to give them, because he is authorized by a law. Just you have to see that he has a valid written letter with him stating so. Now, one who does not follow this protection of privacy clause will be punishable with imprisonment up to 1 year or fine or both. Now, this has been added in 2021. Before, it was not there. So, these are the amendments done in the MTP Act. Other things we all know, that we have to keep the all the papers related to the pregnancy in a sealed envelope. The envelope should be sealed. Envelope should be labeled as secret, and there should be a number on the envelope. The number should contain the year also. For example, 23rd MTP of 2024. So there should be a number, a secret should be written, and doctor's stamp. These envelopes should be kept in safe custody, and they should be preserved for I think 5 years. I think MC Patel sir will be able to tell more, but they should be preserved, and in case of any medical legal case, they should be preserved lifelong. They should be kept in safe custody of the registered medical practitioner. Nowhere name of the patient should be written. Even if you are doing D&C or any surgical procedure, the operation theater register and indoor register should contain the number of the MTP and not the name, so that the name is not disclosed or misplaced. So this is just to protect the privacy of the woman and to protect the dignity of the woman. Thank you. This was all in the amendment part, because I was given this part. So these are the points I think were relevant in our practice, and I have tried to cover all the points. Thank you for giving me opportunity. Over to you, MC Patel, for your expert comments, sir.
So any chairperson to comment, or should I comment? Hello.
Sir, you give your expert comments.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
So,
sir, can I ask Dr. Sunil? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, yes.
Sunil, excellent presentation. Hello.
Yes, sir.
You see, MTP pills, not misoprostol, it is mifeprostone plus misoprostol combination.
Yes, sir.
One thing. The second thing is, first when it was declared as a MTP pills to be given 48 days, then it has become 54 days.
63, sir. Now from 2021 it has become 63.
But
Now
what is your
63.
what is your opinion from 54 to 63? Can it be given or not to be given?
Given.
Legally it can be given, but my personal experience is there is more incidence of incomplete abortions.
Because placenta is deeply adherent in penetrating tissue. So it's a question of gynecologists who should prefer the choice. Sunil, second
Oh,
thing
sir.
about the anomalies. Hello.
Huh.
I want to convey a message to Dr. Patel sir also. Because the sonologists, they give only this baby is having anomaly. They are not giving it is mild, moderate, or severe. Then who will decide with the compatibility of life and not compatible life? This is very important.
Huh. So up to 20 weeks, we can decide that because of the anomaly, the mother will have serious mental stress and we can terminate up to 20 weeks. But
No, that is not. The anomaly compatible with life and anomaly not compatible with life. Hello. Suppose we terminate the pregnancy, that may be compatible with life in later on. If the committee comes.
Sir, in up to 20 weeks, there is a clause that anything if continuation of pregnancy is going to cause severe mental trauma to the mother, then also we can terminate. Now, any anomaly can cause severe mental trauma to the mother and we can terminate. This is up to 20 weeks. But after 20, up to 24, the anomaly has to be life-threatening. Now, who is going to decide whether it is life-threatening? So I think we have to take opinion of a pediatric surgeon or a pediatrician, or I don't know.
I think so. Up to 20 weeks also, compatible and non-compatible should be very clear-cut idea. There is no clear idea.
Yes,
because,
Patel, sir.
Yes. Hello.
Patel, sir,
Yeah.
please
Hello.
comment.
Sir,
Patel, sir, please comment.
Can I say
Sir,
something
आपका
about
comment?
this?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Sir, after 20 weeks, when we go for the anomaly scans, that time I think the anomalies are given in detail. Because if it is a cardiac anomaly, whatever cardiac issue is there, it is explained. So we can consult with the specific specialty of the pediatrician and say that whether this anomaly can be treated or not. If it is mild kind of anomaly, then definitely for even cardiac, we can do the operative closure and then it can be done. So unless and until it is life-threatening, only then we go ahead with the termination.
Oh, Jagtapada, that I want to say. You see, there are no clear-cut guidelines. Compatible and there should be guidelines. That I want.
Sir, there is a forum which decides that, which comprises of a pediatrician, a cardiologist, an obstetrician. If a fetal medicine specialist is present, then so there is a group of and a government official, could be the CS or someone authorized from the CS office. They form a forum in odd numbers and they decide whether the defect is compatible or not compatible, and if they by chance say compatible, then it is very difficult to abort that pregnancy legally. So there is a
Madam,
huge issue with that.
Madam, please, I'm not talking about 24 to 28. For that board is required, but up to 20, there should be clear-cut guidelines for the sonologists. Compatible with life and not compatible with life. They are saying foramen ovale, the diameter may be less than 3. It may be compatible. Diameter more than 5 millimeters.
Absolutely.
Second thing about Dr. Sunil Sanklecha. Hello.
Sunil, should I comment then?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So there are two things very clear in law. First thing, law doesn't teach you medicine. How to manage our patient, that is up to us only. And we should also comply with the provision of law. In this word was used, anomaly which are incompatible with life of fetus. So who will define whether this anomaly is compatible or it is incompatible? Naturally, we people.
Yes.
And in any litigation, court always say that whatever you do, you should be in a position to justify. So whenever you are going to terminate pregnancy in this type of cases, if at all question is raised, was it compatible to a life of fetus or was it incompatible with life of fetus? So we should be in a position to convince court. And if we can convince, then we can terminate. It is very simple. As such, there is no list that these are the anomalies will be considered incompatible with life of fetus according to law. There is no such guideline, no such list. But we have to take our own judgment, and we can do only those termination which we can justify in court of law.
Sir, hello. Hello.
Yes.
Sir, if Scott
Yes,
doesn't
sir.
agree with you, then hello. Sir, we are terminated. It was a mild. It was mild anomalies. Okay. But the court says it may be compatible with life. Then if court doesn't agree with you.
No, but if it is mild one, say
Sir.
for example, just somebody was telling if it is ASD or VSD, it can be repairable and it can be repaired. So in this situation, merely on that ground, if you terminate pregnancy, naturally court is not going to be convinced on your argument that it was incompatible with life of fetus. So whatever we do, we should be in a position to justify and to convince court. And usually, the court has very clear view. Whatever you do in good faith of patient, and you can prove it in court of law with evidences, then you are always out of purview of law. But we should also justify the decision taken.
Yes. Hello.
Sir, hello. Let me
Sunil.
speak. Sir,
Sunil.
one
Sunil.
second.
One minute. Hello.
Yes, Vijay.
Yes,
Dr.
sir.
Sunil. One more question to Dr. Sunil Sanklecha. Hello. Hello.
Sir.
Dr. Sunil, unmute yourself.
Connection. केलं
Sunil. Sunil.
sir.
No, I cannot. I cannot see your face. I cannot see. Kindly unmute. You are not on screen, Sunil. Sunil, okay. Sunil, particularly
sir.
MTB pills. Hello, particularly MTB pills. In 2026 also, the medical store and general practitioner, they are freely giving. Hello. I have seen the patient, they are coming for incomplete abortion. One thing.
Yes, sir.
The second thing, they are not knowing the gestation of the age. They are not seeing the previous LSCS. They give the pills and there is ectopic pregnancy. So actually there should be stringent law. They should be punished.
Now, sir, act is there, but implementation of the act is a job of the government. आपण काय करू शकतो? अब हम क्या कर सकते हैं?
No,
Madam.
नहीं.
Sir, Varsha madam आहेत तिथे.
It is not like that. Only 1 minute. It is not like that. Many times what happens, if at all it ended into some complication, when medical store has directly given that medicine on OTC and patient ended into a complication, and usually patient comes to us. But have we ever reported to the police that this medicine was taken on OTC? And one more thing, medical store, people are smart enough. They will never issue any bill of this type of medicine. So even
also it cannot be proven.
Yes, even if patient allege that they had given me a tablet, then also they cannot be, it cannot be proved. One more thing, if it is proved, then it becomes a serious entity, because there are two provisions in MTP Act also. MTP done at unapproved place and MTP done by unauthorized person. So in this situation, medical store is not approved place. Person who is selling that medicine without prescription of doctor is unqualified, and there is a provision of imprisonment of 2 years to 7 years in both the condition. But it should be proved in court of law, and that only be proved with bill of that medicine sold without any prescription of any doctor. So this is very tricky situation, and many a time patient herself is also not interested to file any case against that medical store. So it is very difficult thing for us. Long back on Foxy level, this issue was taken, and government was ready to issue letter to all the pharma that this medicine only be sold to registered medical practitioner or to the hospital only. But again, because this comes under Food and Drug Department, so again that powerful lobby approached government, and again everything went into vain. So it is very difficult to get rid of this problem. Of course, this is nuisance, but it is still there.
Sir, can I ask again one question? Important.
Yes.
Hello.
But we will
Hello.
be short because we have still 2 lectures and 1 panel.
Hello, sir. MPP pill contain mifepristone. Okay. It should be given. It should be given only by gynecologists. But the new pharmacology company, they are coming with only mifepristone. It is to be given so that the fibers should be reduced. They will be totally dislodged. They will be totally reduced to the from 1 inch to 0 inch. Sir, then how this government is agreed, FDA agrees to give only mifepristone for gynecological patients by the medical stores.
No, one more thing. It is not restricted to gynecologists only. With this amendment which came in 2021, this is given to even registered medical practitioner who are simply MBBS. If they have taken training for medical termination of pregnancy and if they have done 10 cases under supervision, even simple MBBS doctor can also prescribe mifepristone and misoprostol if center is registered. So it is not to gynecologists only, but it is only up to 63 days or 9 weeks only. So up to 9 weeks, even MBBS doctor can also prescribe mifepristone and misoprostol
If he has
they have
access
taken
to
training.
a registered center, if he has access to
Yeah, of course, I mentioned at registered center, and they should have taken training, and they have done 10 cases under supervision of registered medical practitioner or gynecologist, and if they have been given certificate, then they can prescribe.
Sunil, hello. Sunil,
sir.
my question is different. Hello.
Okay.
It should be under strictly
sorry to interrupt, but let it keep for discussion during panel, sir, because there are two talks, and so at the time of panel we will discuss all this.
Okay.
So yes, Monica, Nivedita, you can
Yes.
proceed accordingly. Second session.
A very good evening to all esteemed dignitaries assembled here and all the people in the audience. I think we had a really very interactive discussion, and topics like this are really pretty interesting and non-ending. But we have to move on, and I think we will keep the questions for the panel, as Dr. MC Patel sir has said. So moving on to the second session, which is again on something equally interesting, which is the PCPNDT Act. And to chair this interesting session, we have Dr. Anil Kayande. Anil Atmaram Kayande, he is at present a consultant and director at Vivekananda Hospital, Jalna. He has been the past president of Jalna Obs and Gynae Society from 2019 to 2024. That's nearly 5 years at a stretch. And his major areas of interest are high-risk obstetrics. He's attended many national and state FOXI conferences and presented papers in state conferences. The next chairperson for this session is Dr. Neeru Agarwal. Dr. Neeru Agarwal is the secretary, Jalna Obs and Gynae Society. She is the consultant at Home Multi. Shatabdi, mute yourself, please. She is the consultant laparoscopy gynecologist and infertility specialist at Home Multi-Speciality Hospital at Jalna. She is also been the consultant at Matru Seva Hospital for 4 years. Her special interest is in high-risk obstetrics and laparoscopy. Very interestingly, she is the PG teacher for CPA students in the District Maternity Hospital, Jalna, and with a lot of extensive work in laparoscopic surgeries. The third chairperson for the same series is Dr. Vasanti Neha Lad, and she is the Dr. Lad is the president of Nasik Obs and Gynae Society. Is the director, infertility specialist, and endoscopic surgeon at Dr. Lad's Navjeevan Hospital, Infertility, IVF, and Endoscopy Center, with 30 years of expertise in the field of infertility, IVF, and endoscopy, and MMC accredited speaker. She's got multiple awards like the Dr. Vasant Rao Gupte Award for Best Doctor in 2002, the Sahyadri Puraskar Dronacharya Award by the Indian Society of Assisted Reproduction, the MS Signature International Award, the Hirkani Award, and Nasik's Most Powerful Woman Award by Lakmat newspaper in 2024. Very interestingly, she's published a book on infertility in Marathi, which is Dr. Mala Bal Hoilka, on 15th May 2022. I would now request chairpersons, I could see Dr. Neeru Agarwal here, to introduce the speaker for today, Dr. Vijay R. Shinde. Dr. Neeru?
I'm here. Yeah. Dr. Vijay Shinde is an obstetrician and gynecologist, an endoscopic surgeon, sonologist, and infertility consultant at Eye Hospital Private Limited, Jalna. He has done, he's very much known to me, and he has done LLB also recently, and he's very good at this topic, PCPNDT. So I request Dr. Vijay Shinde to continue the session. Hello, Dr. Vijay Shinde, sir. Are you here?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I'm there. Yeah, should I start my presentation, ma'am?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
Is my visible?
Yeah, your thing is visible. So if you switch off your video, because your network is having slight network issues. Your own video, sir.
Okay, one second.
But continue, sir. Make it full screen. You can continue, sir. If you have
Sure.
a bit network issues, we'll let you know, sir. Perfect. Perfect, sir.
Okay. Respected seniors, Dr. MC Patel, sir, Monica ma'am, and people from the government services also. I thank all of you for giving this opportunity to talk about PCPNDT Act, the practical aspects. I'm Dr. Vijay from Jalna, presenting on to this topic today. The key milestones of PCPNDT Act are like, it was enacted first in state of Maharashtra in 1987. And the act was actually passed in central government in 1994. Honorary Supreme Court passed an interim judgment in 2001 for more strict implementation of this act, and that PNDT Act was amended in 2003 to PCPNDT, and it is applicable to all government NGOs, private and corporate establishments. PCPNDT is supposed to be very stringent, and majority of the people are feared about all these things just because of these three words which are incorporated into the act, that it is cognizable, non-bailable, and non-compoundable. What do we mean by cognizable? A cognizable offense is a serious crime that allows police to arrest or suspect and start an investigation without a magistrate's warrant or permission. So even your complaint is made somewhere, the police can come directly and they can arrest you. That is what cognizable. What do we mean by non-bailable? A non-bailable is a serious crime where bail is not a right, but a privilege granted at the court's discretion, requiring the accused to formally apply and convince a judge, unlike minor offenses where police can grant bail. These offenses are deemed threats to the society, and bail is often denied if the court fears the accused might tamper with evidence or abscond. So what are the key characteristics about non-bailability? It is not a right. Bail is not automatically given. It's a decision made by the magistrate. Court application is needed. That means the accused must file a formal bail application, and then the court will attend you. What is judicial discretion? The court considers the case severity, potential for tampering, and flight risk before deciding the case. And it is supposed to be have a serious nature because these offenses usually carry punishments of 3 years or more and are seen as threats to the public safety. So what is non-compoundable? A non-compoundable offense in India is a serious crime where that case cannot be settled through a compromise between the victim and the accused outside the court. It is mandatorily put into the court trial and ends only in acquittal or conviction. So key aspects of these things are like no compromise is allowed outside the court. It has a legal basis. It's serious in nature and have an grave and considered as a grave offense. and it has a direct involvement of the state, that is the state action, because these offenses are against public policy and societal safety. They are generally prosecuted by the state, not just by the individual, and the authority of quashing is in the High Court itself, and it cannot be compoundable. That means it cannot be compromised outside the court. So objectives of this PCP Act are to regularize all PCP centers, prevention of sex discrimination or selection, prevention of any type of advertisement by anyone in any form, anywhere, online or offline, or any violations in above or in record keeping is punishable. And what is the scope of this act? What is covered by this act is that all techniques capable of detecting the sex of the fetus, that may be ultrasound, Doppler, CT, MR, etc., who is covered? All genetic counseling centers, genetic laboratory, genetic clinic, ultrasound clinic, imaging center, or ART centers. And what is the core provision into that one? Sex selection before or after conception, communication of the sex of the fetus, and termination of the pregnancy of the selected fetus. So what is the objective of my today's presentation is that how to avoid the effects of non-compliance with the act. Like you should understand what are the mandatory registrations, mandatory displays and signages, and practical steps for record maintenance and consequences of the non-compliance, that is offenses and penalties. So as to register our own center, at least we have to see that we have to maintain at least 8 forms. Out of these 8 forms, the 4 ones are related with us. That is Form A, where we give an application for registration to the appropriate authority. That appropriate authority puts this form into the district advisory board, which is being held every 2 months. And that this application has to be supported with affidavit, undertaking, degree, training certificate, MMC registration, place details, equipment details, check of the registration fees. And then the authority decides whether to give registration or not. If they are giving the registration, they will issue us a Form B, that is certificate of registration. And if they want to deny, then also they have to give us why they are denying the registration, and that they will give in the form of Form C, which will mention why they are denying the registration. And if at all you want to continue with the registration, you have to fulfill all those criteria where they have denied, and will rethink onto that one. The Form D and Form E are not meant for us, for gynecologists. Those are meant for genetic counseling center and genetic laboratory. Form F is mandatory for all the imaging centers where the sex determination is possible, like genetic clinic, ultrasound clinic, or imaging center. And Form G is to be maintained for all invasive procedures. Form H is an appropriate authority where permanent record of applications of all registration or renewals is kept. So these are the 8 different forms which we need to know while registering our ultrasound center. So what are the mandatory registrations under this act? The registration of the place is mandatory, where we cannot change the place afterwards. Second one is registration of the machine, and third one is the person. So all these 3 things are to be mandatorily registered and should not be changed afterwards without intimating appropriate authority. And the validity of this registration is for 5 years. And then you have to renew the certificate, and that renewal has to be given to the appropriate authority before 3 months of expiry. And what are the mandatory? Now we will slowly move to our own clinic, where the patient is coming to our clinic and where we are doing the ultrasound. So what are the things when the patient will enter into our OPD setup or in the waiting hall? The waiting hall must have the following displays. Like the displays has to be kept into 2 areas, that is waiting area and ultrasound area. And second thing, what are the things which are to be displayed? One is the original certificate of registration, that is Form B. Second is public notice. The public notice has to be in English or local language, stating disclosure of the sex of the fetus is prohibited under the law or the act. So these are the 2 displays which are to be prominently displayed into our waiting room as well as on ultrasound room. And third thing, which is important, is that copy of the act. A printed copy of the act of the PCP Act must be available on the premises for inspection. So these are the mandatory displays. If they are not there in the place, then you can be punished. This is the form B, that is the certificate of registration. This is the signages, like where we have to mention our center name, registration number, and the punishments. We have to give the PNDT helpline number also, and we have to mention the things that we are not doing the sex determination into our setup. This is the act book. This is the bare act, which a copy of this one has to be there at our registration place. Then the patient is coming to our OPD and we are examining the patient, and then the patient is going for ultrasound. So what are the things, like what are the documents we have to mandatorily keep with us for doing an ultrasound? First, when we examine the patient, we have to maintain an OPD paper, and that OPD paper must mention the need of scan as well as the indication for the scan. Then we will write down on a referral letter, and that also should mention the indication. Along with these two papers, the patient will go to our reception, where the patient's entry will be done in register 9-1. That is a mandatory register where we have to keep all the record. Then the patient will come to our sonography room, where we need to form where we need to fill the form F, which is having 4 sections, that is ABCD. We will see the details of that form F and all the sections. And along with that, some local authorities are making certain documents mandatory. Like, since our area, Jalna area, is an endemic zone for reduced sex ratio, so our authorities have made an ANC registration, that government ANC registration, or that MCTS card Xerox copy mandatory. Then we will do an ultrasound and we will issue a report along with the images, and that details of this whole scan are to be submitted online. So these are the 7 things. If we maintain properly, then there won't be some litigation with us. This is an OPD paper where we have to advise them about the ultrasound, and we have to write down the indication. This is the referral slip where all the 23 indications are written along with the demography of the patient. We have to fill the demography as well as put the indication and sign under that referral slip. And then this patient goes to the reception, where the forms are being filled. Form F, initial part, that is the consent part, and a register is being kept over there, named as a 9-1 register, which contains 5 columns, and we have to fill the details into the this register, and we have to take the serial number of that patient, and we have to write on the form F, so that form F will get one serial number. This is the format of an 9-1 register, which has 5 columns: serial number, name and address of the patient, husband's name, and previous children, and date of examination. So form F is one of the very important document in PCPNDT, which has 4 sections. Section A, that is from 1 to 8, mentioning about the demography, and this section A is needed or compulsory for all diagnostic procedures or tests. The section B is from 9 to 16 number, and that is meant only for non-invasive procedures or tests. The C section is from 17 number to 27, and it is needed for invasive procedures. And D is the declaration of the doctor and the patient. This is form F, section A. And this is the demography part. This is the section B, which is mentioning about all 23 indications and results of our non-invasive ultrasound. This is the section C, that is needed for doing any invasive procedure. And this is the section D, which is to be filled by the patient and signed by the patient and the doctor. This at least we have to make in 2 copies, and 1 copy is to be attached with the patient's ultrasound report. So this form F is a golden rule for PCPNDT. Form F mandatory for every obstetric ultrasound, and the key requirements are like fill in duplicate for every pregnant woman. Sections A, B, C, D are compulsory as per the need, invasive or non-invasive. Every line is important into this form. If not applicable, at least write down not applicable over there. Section 10 is mentioning about 23 approved medical indications for the scan, out of which one we need to tick. And the part of declaration is there in the section D, where doctor and the patient has to sign. And this form is to be submitted within 5 days of doing the ultrasound. And the same report is to be informed to the appropriate authority before 5th of every month. About the maintenance and storage of the record, we have to mandatorily maintain the record for 2 years, not less than that. And that all record means OPD paper, referral letter, Form F, 91 register, and the report along with the images. The only exception for this one is that if your court case is pending, then we have to maintain all the record till the case is disposed of. And all that this record has to be made accessible to any appropriate authority at any reasonable time. Then after 2 years, how to dispose of this record? And okay, there is one, though it is not mandatory, but we should give a newspaper advertisement mentioning that we are destroying the hospital record from this date to that date, and we should destroy that one. At least we have to keep 2 years ka record, and before that record we can dispose of. If any medical legal case is pending, then all the record has to be preserved till the case is disposed of. And every time it is said that appropriate authority can come and examine your center. So who is this appropriate authority? For like, if you go by the PCPNDT Act wise, the civil surgeon of the district is being appointed as an civil surgeon. The civil surgeon is appointed as an appropriate authority. But for the implementation purpose of PCPNDT, there are certain changes which a state can make into their area. So different people are being appointed as an appropriate authority. And who are those people? Collector is there, additional collector, sub-divisional officer, Tahsildar, Naib Tahsildar, commissioner of the corporation, deputy commissioner of the corporation, ward officer of corporation, chief officer of council, civil surgeon of the district, medical officer of health of corporation, superintendent rural hospital, district magistrate, or anyone authorized by these appropriate authority can come to your center and examine the center. And what are the common practical pitfalls to avoid to get into the litigation? That certain things we should make ourselves ready for examination purpose. That registration certificate, public display, and PCPNDT book has to be kept onto our reception. The OPD paper, referral slip, 91 register, MCTS ANC card, Form F, USG report with images, and online submission. These have to be made one bunch for the record purpose and kept ready for the inspection. There should not be any incomplete documents. Like sometimes we forget to sign the paper, or sometimes we forget writing the date. So that should not also happen. There should not be unauthorized use of the place, person, or machine. You cannot change the place. Place is the thing like you can move the machine within the hospital, but you cannot take to another branch or somewhere else. And about the person, registered person only should do the ultrasound. Any visiting person or your friend is coming as a radiologist and doing the scan is not permissible under this act. You cannot change the place, you cannot change the person, you cannot change the machine also without informing the appropriate authority. If at all you want to make a change into any of these things, then you have to take a prior permission from the appropriate authority. For ultrasound machine, you cannot change the brand, you cannot change the machine, even you cannot change the probe unless and until you inform to the appropriate authority. So all these things are considered as an record for under PCPNDT. And every month we have to, online submission has to be done within 5 days of doing the ultrasound, and to the appropriate authority, inform the appropriate authority within 5th of every month. So if you are not maintaining these things and some appropriate authority comes to your center for inspection purpose and finds some lacunae, then you are liable for a court trial. And since this is an cognizable, non-bailable, and non-computable act, you will get punished under this thing. And what are the punishments under this thing? For a doctor, for first offense, up to 3 year prisonship and rupees 10,000 fine, and suspension of your state medical council registration. If you are repeating the offense, then there can be a 5 years prisonship and 50,000 fine. If those people find that you are doing some advertisement, they can again punish you with a 3-year prisonship and 10,000 rupees fine. And for the relative or culprit persons who's making the female to undergo sex discrimination, for that person, if that person is doing the culprit under this act. And if at all you are having some doubts, some queries, or some complaints, then you have to inform onto this number that is labeled as an PCPNDT helpline 1800-233-4477. So what are the do's under this act? Register with appropriate authority, do timely renewal, and if you are not using the center, please surrender this thing. The place, person, and machine has to be registered. Inform appropriate authority about any change into this thing. Display certificates, public boards, and act book at your reception. OPD paper, referral slip, indications are mandatory. If you are not writing, or if you are not, if you are missing any one of them, then you are liable for the action. Written declaration or consents are highly important. Maintain the record for 2 years. Do the monthly submissions properly and allow the appropriate authority for inspection at any time. Date, signature, and rubber stamps are important. Clinic timing and the dress with your name and designations are important. What are the don'ts under this act? No ultrasound without referral letter or without indication. No sex discrimination or its communication to anyone in any form. No uninformed change in place, person, or machine. No transfer of the certificate. No unqualified person should do the ultrasound. There should not be any advertisement. No incomplete papers without any signatures and dates. So what are the silent features of PCPNDT? Use of prenatal diagnostic technique is allowed only on medical grounds for detecting abnormalities and not for sex selection. That comes under section 6 ABC. No communication of the sex by anyone to anyone in any manner. That comes under section 5. Place, person, machines must be registered. That comes under section 19.4. Public board display is mandatory in English and local language. That comes under rule 17.1. No advertisement, otherwise punishment. That comes under section 22. Pregnant woman is exempted from punishments. That comes under section 24. It's an cognizable, non-bailable, and non-compatible act. So it comes under section 27. Implementing authority is appropriate authority. That is section 17. Appropriate authority has power to search, seize, and seal the clinics. That comes under section 30. Mandatory record maintenance, that comes under section 29, rule 9, and section 5, rule 10, 1A. So as to conclude and summarize this thing, PCPNDT is an act which requires meticulous documentation. The registration of the place, person, and machine are mandatory. Keeping 9(1) registration and Form F clinical has an clinical as well as medical legal importance. We have to regularly and timely report to the appropriate authority about the ultrasounds done at our center. And so as to keep our ourselves update, we have to have that regular interval audits of our center and records. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Thank you, Shinde sir, the chairpersons. I think Dr. Neeru was there, and I can't see Dr. Anil or Dr. Neha not there. But if you could just, I think that was really very comprehensive yet very detailed. And PCPNDT has always been a sore point for us obstetricians. Personally, I feel. If there are no questions, if there are any questions, if the chairpersons would like to say a few things, otherwise we move on to the session 3.
Thank you so much, Dr. Vijay Shinde. It was a very nice lecture. Everything was covered in one lecture. All in one single point was covered. Huh?
Thank you, ma'am.
There must be 101 queries about PCPNDT Act, but we will keep it for later.
I have one question.
Yeah.
to Shinde sir. He said that you can shift a patient from one place to another place. Means if the my machine is registered for my clinic, can I take it to the second floor for in a OT for my suppose I want to do the MTP under USG guided MTP.
Yes,
So
sir.
can we do that?
Yes, sir. Definitely, you can move the machine from your registered room to your hospital setup itself, because the address is of your own hospital, so that you can move the machine within the hospital setup anywhere, but you cannot take out of the address.
No,
So you
there
have
are
to
there are the apprehension in few hospitals. One, they have purchased the two machine. One is for the home pickup and one is for the clinic purpose.
Yeah.
So they have given the fear that you cannot use your
No.
machine from here to the another place.
No, sir. Actually, the machine is to be registered for two different purposes. Like one purpose is that whether you are doing only ultrasound or you are doing the invasive also, because these two registrations are different registrations.
Right,
If you want to use the same machine of ultrasound for invasive purpose, then you have to register for that purpose.
But can we use our clinical
Yes,
OPD
yes,
ultrasound in
but
the operation theater?
Yeah, sir. You can use it within your hospital campus. You can use it. The only thing you cannot take out of the address. One thing. And second thing is that, as you said, why the people are being apprehended, like they have been threatened like that, you cannot use the same machine. One thing. And second thing, few of the people are using two different machines for two different purposes. I'll tell you reason behind that. IVF practice or infertility practice is just incomplete without an ultrasound machine. They cannot practice infertility without an ultrasound. So, like if you are having your same machine which is being used for your routine ultrasound purpose as well as for your infertility purpose, and let's say due to some reason your machine is sealed, that ultrasound like form F ka mistake and your machine is sealed, your whole IVF center will get finished off.
Right.
Because no monitoring, no home pickup, no transfer, IVF cannot practice without. So what people are thinking that why to get gambled with the same machine when we can get two different machines for two different reasons. Let's say if I take a machine for my ART purpose, that is infertility clinic, and I give in writing every month that I have not done any ultrasound, so I need not to fill any form, so there won't be any mistake. So there are very less chances that your machine will get sealed.
Right.
So people are using two different machines for two different reasons. Varsha, madam, you are laughing means like you are having some. So like what I feel is that even I have registered for two different centers in the same premises.
So there is no as such requirement of two machines, but for the safety purpose, people are
yes, sir.
So not to get compromise your practice. That's why
right,
they
sir. Right, absolutely right, sir.
And the another thing is that you said that advertisement should not be done. So the many of the diagnostic centers, they are putting the bigger boards.
Sir, advertise in not in that sense. Advertise in the sense of that we do sex determination or sex determination is done here. We will give a male child only. That sort of advertisement.
That no full doctor will do that kind of thing.
No, sir. Sir, it was given in Mumbai far prior, where that person did an advertisement online also, that infertility person, we give 100% guarantee of the conception. So that center was that court trial was there, and he was punished for 6 months of closure.
म्हणजे मराठीत म्हणजे भरीच पाडणं कोणाला तरी.
येस, कोणत्याही व्यक्तीला ह्या कारणास्तव भरीच पाडू नका. कोणत्याही दृष्टिकोनातून तुम्ही कोणत्याच दृष्टिकोनातून म्हणू शकत नाही ना की आमच्याकडे हे काम होतं.
येस
सर. थँक्यू सर.
Very nice elaboration of PCPNDT Act. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Crystal clear and yet so intimidating.
Ask one thing.
Yes,
whether referral is only by obstetric or anybody can refer a pregnant patient?
Yeah, sir.
General practitioners or say BHMS and BAMS people, can they refer?
Yes, sir. They can refer. They can refer refer for an ultrasound to any radiologist. They can refer. And basic need is that they should be registered medical practitioner. Maybe I'm plain MBBS, BMS, BHMS, and non-gynecological people also they can refer.
But is there any record of the pregnancy is to be kept? Na?
Yeah, the mandatory the record has to be kept.
Okay. Thank
you. So that's why I have mentioned that how to maintain the record. For record maintenance, if you do an ultrasound, your OPD paper ka 1 copy, referral slip, 91 register ka entry, and third thing is if local authority makes compulsion of that ANC card, and your ultrasound report along with the images, and you have your online submission. These things has to be punched and kept as a bunch for the record. Anytime any appropriate authority comes, you have to give them just this bunch and let them go through the bunch.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Vijay, sir. If there are no other questions, I hand over to Dr. Shatabdi for the next session.
Thank you, Nivedita ma'am. That was indeed two wonderful talks. Now we will move on to our next session. After those two very informative sessions, our third session for the evening is by our very own Dr. MC Patel, sir. It's on the POCSO Act and Obsgynae practice. Now we have 4 chairpersons for the same. Our first chairperson for the same is Dr. Pankaj Mate. Dr. Pankaj sir is the past president of Ahmednagar Obsgynae Society. He is an advanced gynae endoscopic surgeon and cosmetic gynecologist and has membership with various professional organizations. Welcome, Pankaj sir. Our next chairperson is Dr. Nitin Lad sir. Dr. Nitin is director and consultant in ART at Dr. Lad's Navjeevan Hospital and IVF Center, one of the first Indians to earn a master's in clinical embryology from the National University of Singapore and past president of the Nashik Obsgynae Society. We welcome you, sir. Our next chairperson is Dr. Vaishali Chaudhary, ma'am. Ma'am is the president of the Jalgaon Obs and Gynae Society and also has been the past vice president and past secretary of the Jalgaon Obs Gynae Society and has been practicing Obs Gynae since 2001 at Siddhivinayak Hospital. Welcome, ma'am. And last but not the least, we have Dr. Anita Baviskar, ma'am. Ma'am is a consultant at Krishna Hospital at Jalgaon with a special interest in high-risk obstetrics and currently is the secretary of the Jalgaon Obs Gynae Society. I would request one of the chairpersons to kindly introduce Dr. MC Patel, sir. Anita ma'am, I can see you. If Anita ma'am could introduce.
Yes, definitely. Good evening, everybody. Myself, Dr. Baviskar. I'm currently Secretary of JOGS. It's an honor to introduce respected MC Patel, sir. Sir has so many he has written the book of FOGSI Uniform Consents, Instrumental and Pivotal Role, Medical Legal Training and Support for Members. He was Vice President of FOGSI in 2018. He's the Chairperson of Ethics and Medical Legal Committee 2011 to 2013. He's an Organizing Secretary for AICOG in 2017. Honorary Secretary of State Organization of Gynecological Obstetricians of Gujarat in 2022 to 25. Organizing Chairperson of Conference, VP Conference in 2018. Honorable Member of FOGSI, PNDT and Violence Against Doctor and Regulatory Cell. Sir has government and statutory roles. PNDT NIMC Government of India in 2015. Gujarat PNDT State Supervisory Board. National Managing Body in Indian Red Cross Society in 2019 to 2022. He has excellent remark in the community services also. Honorary Surgeon in Red Cross Eye Bank collected 100,000+ eye pairs in his duration. Services in medical camps in Northeast states under Dhanvantari Seva Yatra under NMO and Seva Bharati organized since 23 years. Services in medical camps in Jammu and Kashmir under Dhanvantari Seva Yatra under NMO and Seva Bharati organized since 6 years. He is president of Lions Club Gatlodia in 1997 to 1998. He is president of AOGS 2010 to 11, president IMA Ahmedabad 2007 to 2008, national president NMO 2016 to 18, and organizing chairperson Vivekanand NMO Conference 2013. I'm really honored to introduce MC Patel, sir. Sir, kindly enlighten us on the POCSO Act, which we get stressed. Every obstetrician gynecologist gets stressed out when he encounters such cases. So please share your experience and enlighten us on this topic, important topic.
You're requesting the tech team to please start.
Ma'am, should we go with video?
Yeah. Sir had to leave for an emergency. He has already seen 164 patients today. So now he's going to operate there. So we've already recorded the talk because in the event of loss of network, the webinar should not stop. So I'll play the recording for the POCSO Act, which we have done 2 days back.
Greetings from Statue of Unity, tallest statue of world, and we all are proud of that statue. Warm welcome all the delegates and wishing you a litigation-free practice. At the outset, I would like to thank all the societies who have joined this webinar and all the president and secretary of respective society and all the guests, all the faculties and all the delegates who have joined this webinar. I also thank all of you. You stood with me during my election campaign in 24. Though I lost, but I believe in this. It is rightly mentioned by श्रद्धेय अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी, क्या हार में क्या जीत में किंचित नहीं भयभीत में करते हुए के पथ पर जो भी मिला ये भी सही वो भी सही. So loss is not the end but new beginning, and journey to serve Foxy continued with renewed patience. So my commitment is still there. Wherever you are, I'll be there. Promise to reach the unreached, and I'll be seeking your blessings from the same post, President Foxy, for year election 2026. So please endorse my candidature for President Foxy election 2026. Today's topic, POCSO Act, challenges and controversies, dilemma and controversies, and obstetrician and legal implications. So usually I start any of my talk with this question: is it worth discussing? Yes. If it is yes, then why? Because medical litigations are increasing in number constantly and steadily, and we gynecologists rank first as far as this medical legal litigations are concerned. As far as this POCSO Act is concerned, it was enacted in 2012 to protect children from offenses of sexual assault, sexual harassment, and pornography, and provide establishment of special courts for trial of such offenses and for matters concerned herewith or incidental thereto. And it addresses this area: sexual harassment, sexual assault, aggravated form of sexual assault, penetrative sexual assault, aggravated form of penetrative sexual assault, and using child as a pornographic purposes. And as per this POCSO Act, any person below age of 18 years is minor, and this act is gender equal. So it addresses both male and female children. Doctor is first point of reference in confirming that child has been or being abused as far as sexual offenses are concerned. Particularly whenever patient is brought to you with presentation of STD, many a time patient's relative doesn't give any history. And even then with this STD, we have to suspect and we have to come to conclusion whether she is victim of sexual offense or so. So just to start with, in this type of situation, first we have to take consent. Then who can give consent? So can minor give consent for examination? Yes. If she is more than 12 years, then she can give consent. But she can give consent for surgery or procedure? No. In this situation, guardian will give consent. Say, for example, if she is bleeding and she requires stitching, then in that very situation, if anesthesia is required, then consent from guardian will be required. Consent should be written, it should be free, it should be voluntary, it should be comprehensive, it should be informed, and she may refuse before or during examination. It is not at all compulsory for any patient to give consent for examination and further proceeding. But in this situation, we have to explain about importance of examination, and if she is not ready to be examined, then we have to mention negative consent also. History is very important part. Occurrence of incidents, whether it was first time or if it is repeated, then when it occurred last, sorry, is also a very important part of history. Time since incidents, any treatment, any threat given at the time of incidents, nature of assault, vaginal, anal, oral or others, and history of bath after incidents, history of change of clothes, because in both these conditions, bath or change of clothes will alter the findings, and it will be difficult for examiner to come to conclusion many times. Any complaint of pain, vaginal, anal, any bleeding, any discharge, so we have to mention that also. History, blood in panties or toilet, any difficulty or pain during voiding or defecation, any urinary or fetal incontinence, we have to mention that also. Illustrative books, body charts or doll can be used to elicit history of assault in a very small children when they do not understand our question directly. And medical history should also cover any allergy to any drug, immunization status, and any medication if she is taking. And as far as treatment part is concerned, and at the time of examination also, presence of parents. If patient is comfortable for any parents or any guardian to be present at the time of examination or at the time of treatment, then we can allow parents or guardian who has brought the patient. As far as examination is concerned, it should be in a sensitive manner, painless, and privacy of the patient should be well preserved, and it should be least disturbing to the child. Using child's word or using drawings for body parts may make child more comfortable, so we can use that also. Stop examination if child indicates discomfort. If child is not comfortable, we cannot force examination and we have to discontinue examination. Or if a child or patient withdrew our permission to continue, then also we have to stop the examination. Child with physical disability, then we have to help her for certain position for necessary examination. If child resists examination, it is always wise to defer the examination. We cannot force as far as examination is concerned. And it is very clear, normal or non-specific exam doesn't rule out sexual abuse. One more area, collection of evidence and documentation, very important part, and document presence during conversation with the child and document all the question asked and answer given by child. Carefully collect clothing, especially underwear, and most vital parts and positive side for evidently evidence for DNA, etc., and preserve them for forensic evidence. Children often report weeks or months after the abuse event, and physical injuries might get healed. So in this situation, for examiner, it becomes difficult to come to conclusion, but we have to mention that also occurrence of incidents and time of examination, it is very much important. Treatment is a very must part in this situation. So we have to treat patient accordingly if she is bleeding or some foreign body inside and we have to remove it. So in this situation, if sedation or anesthesia is required, then with consent of guardian, we can proceed accordingly, and we have to examine and treat that very patient in given situation. As far as prophylaxis of STD and HIV is concerned, it is very much must, because we never know that person who is accused might be having HIV positive status, and it will be transmitted to victim. So we have to cover the victim with prophylaxis of STD and HIV also. Formation of opinion. So with history, with examination, our findings and evidences collected, we have to form our opinion, and we have to report to either police station or to juvenile police station or to CWC. It is very much mandatory under section 19, subsection 1 of POCSO Act. And if we fail to do so, then under section 21, there is a provision of imprisonment for 6 months. And if it is a institution, if we are head of institution, then provision is for 1 year imprisonment. So in time reporting to police station or juvenile police station or CWC is very much mandatory. Expert evidences in court. Once we have formed opinion, we have given to police, then we may be called in court of law for expert evidences. But at the same time, court is not bound by an expert conclusion only, and they have discretion to come to conclusion with other evidences also. So this was in nutshell what is POCSO Act and what gynecologist or any other doctor has to do when any patient with history of sexual assault is brought to us. But as far as our OBGYN practice is concerned, there are certain situations and we have to deal with like this. 16 years old girl brought by mother with complaint of vulvovaginitis with discharge per vagina. On examination, it is found to be a case of STD. On further interrogation, she gave history of exposure to her boyfriend. So what will you in this type of situation? Naturally, we have to treat patient, but it becomes a case of POCSO. So we have to inform police. Let us see one more situation. 17 years old girl with mother visits hospital with 6 weeks pregnancy for termination of pregnancy. Doctor explains that he will terminate pregnancy, but he will have to inform police. So patient and relative absconded from the hospital. So in this situation, what will you do? It is very obvious. Even patient takes treatment further with you or not, but once you came to know that she is minor and she is case of sexual offense, then we have to inform police. So to inform police is very much mandatory. Let us see one more situation. 17 years old girl come with her boyfriend. She asks for contraceptive advice. What will you do? There are very tricky situation in this situation. Can you advise? Will you advise? One side there is a moral duty and other side is law. As far as our moral duty is concerned, if we do not advise them and if they have decided to go for active sexual life, they may end up into unwanted pregnancy, and again they may turn up to us only for termination of pregnancy. And if we advise, then we are aiding them to constitute crime of POCSO because she is minor, and if anybody goes with her for contraceptive advice and they will go for a sexual intercourse or so, and it becomes a case of POCSO. So in eye of law, we have helped them to constitute crime, so we cannot prescribe contraceptive. But in this situation, it is very clear as far as this POCSO Act 2012 is concerned, and amendment in 2019 and IPC section 107 to 120, we should be very clear, and we cannot give them help because it becomes a abatement to constitute crime. So to help, to aid person to constitute constituted crime is also crime. So we can guide them, we can advise them, but we cannot prescribe, because if at all we prescribe, then it becomes proof and it may be troublesome in future to us. So we have to be very careful. Let us see one more situation. 18 years, 6 months married girl brought by her mother with pregnancy of 39 weeks and seized for LSCS. What will you do? Naturally proceed for LSCS if it is indicated, but see, of course, she is major, this time 18 years and 6 months, but at the time of conception, she was minor. So before patient leaves your premises, you have to inform police. If you have time to inform police, you can inform before cesarean section. And if you have no time, if you have to straightway rush to cesarean section, then you can go with cesarean section and then you can inform police. Of course, they may invite some more issue of child marriage, etc. But this is not a discussion for today's topic. Let us see one more situation. Patient gives history of 20 years of age, seized primary, 8 weeks pregnancy, willing for MTP, pregnancy was terminated. After 1 month, police comes. She was 17 years under POCSO Act. Why you didn't inform police? So very important question. Who is responsible for determination of age? Naturally, doctor is responsible. So you have to ask for ID proof, school living certificate, election card, Aadhaar card, driving license, or you can subject patient for clinical examination, dental examination, or radiological investigation, or you can ask opinion from forensic medicine through police to determine age whenever you are in doubt. How to inform? Because we have to inform police or CWC with acknowledgement, because many times it may happen that police may turn up hostile and they will tell you never inform, you didn't inform. So we should be in a position to prove it that we had informed. So if police is not ready to give acknowledgement, many times if you send 2 letters and inform that one is to be signed, and many times police is not ready, then what you can do? There are other ways also to inform. Dial 100 number. 100 number is recorded call, but in this situation, identify person whom you are informing, name, Bakkal number is given to police station officer. So you can ask for Bakkal number, date and time. By registered post also you can inform, by mail, by telephone with recording. If you have facility in your mobile of recording, you can inform on your mobile also, but again identify the person whom you are informing. If lower officer is not complying, then you can inform higher officer also, or just I mentioned prior also, inform CWC. Let us see one more interesting situation. Can a doctor refuse to examine victim of sexual assault who come to hospital for treatment, citing that it's a MLC case and require police requisition or magistrate order? No. In this situation, under Section 27 of POCSO Act, no need of police requisition, no need of magistrate order under rule of POCSO Act, and we are under obligation to examine and do needful treatment, and then we have to inform police. Rape cases as medico-legal emergency, it was considered during Supreme Court judgment in case of Karnataka versus Manjana in 2000. So voluntary reporting to a hospital or doctor is a legal right of victim of sexual offences. It was verdict from Supreme Court in that very case of Karnataka. So without police requisition or magistrate order, we can initiate examination and we have to go for treatment. One more situation. 17 years old girl visits to a private hospital with history of sexual assault. Doctor asks her to go for this government hospital as it is a MLC case and has to be examined by government doctor only. So is it mandatory that victim of sexual assault has to be examined at government hospital only? No. Under section 357 of CRPC, any registered medical practitioner can examine and treat patient accordingly. It is mandatory to all hospitals, irrespective of being government, public sector or private sector, to provide immediate medical care and treatment to victim free of cost. Let us see one more situation. Is it necessary for female doctor only to examine sexual violence victim? It is very clear that if female doctor is available nearby, then a victim should be examined and treated by female doctor. Under CRPC 53 subsection 2 mandates that if arrested person is a woman, her medical examination must be conducted by or under supervision of a female doctor. But if it is an emergency, patient is profusely bleeding and no female doctor available, male doctor is available, sorry. So can we wait for female doctor to come? So in this situation, whosoever is available can examine and can treat that very patient. So answer is very clear in this situation, and we can refer this section 164A of CRPC. In that very section, it is very specifically mentioned. Sorry. It mandates that a victim be sent to a registered medical practitioner for examination within 24 hours of complaint. So here simple registered medical practitioner word is used. Here no female registered medical practitioner word is used. So if we go with this section, then any registered medical practitioner whom patient gives consent can examine and can treat that very patient. Let us see one more situation. 16 years old girl, victim of sexual assault, was brought to your hospital for treatment. Mother insists on you to conduct medical examination, but victim doesn't want examination. What will you do? If she is more than 12 years, then she can give consent. So if she refuses, then you cannot force for examination. But in this situation, you will explain what is the importance of examination. And if you will record in your record that she had refused, and you will get it signed and sign of witness who is major, that before us it was explained, but she refused to get examined. So we should be very clear, even if relative are willing, but patient herself is not willing, then we cannot force in this type of situation. Let us see one more situation. 17 years old girl had eloped with her boyfriend and became pregnant with 16 weeks of gestation and requested for termination of pregnancy. She is not willing to reveal her boyfriend's name and requesting not to inform police. So what will you do in this situation? Reporting to police is very much mandatory. So even if you go for termination of pregnancy, because if your center is registered, you are qualified, of course you can go with termination of pregnancy, but to inform police is very much mandatory, and to preserve product of conception in normal saline, and it is to be handed over to the police. But in this situation, the patient was minor and termination of pregnancy, consent of guardian was required. Her father was not ready to give consent. And in this situation, who can give consent? Of course, any person who guard the patient and who is major can give consent. So in this situation, mother can also give consent. But when father has refused, in this type of situation, many times mother cannot dare to give consent. So in this type of very typical situation, so if medical superintendent, RMO, CMO, head of the unit, head of the department, anybody can give consent in good faith of patient for termination of pregnancy. So in this type of situation, we can inform Child Welfare Committee also. So any person from Child Welfare Committee can also give consent for termination of pregnancy. In this particular, what happened, when a person who had guarded this patient was ready to give consent, So then after father was also ready to give consent, and father gave consent. But when termination of pregnancy was done, product of conception was collected. Now father insisted that product of conception should be sent to police for further investigation, and patient was not willing. Sorry. Patient was not willing. Sorry, please wait for 1 minute. Sorry, my throat is not good today. Anyway. So in this situation, patient was not willing. When patient is more than 12 years, he can take decision whether to give consent or not for examination, and whether this material is to be sent for examination or not. But once you have informed police, then police will take charge in this situation and you are out of problem. In this situation, if pregnancy is more than 24 weeks, then what will you do? Naturally, we have to go for opinion from medical board. But in this situation, even if she is victim of sexual assault, but if pregnancy is more than 24 weeks, and if pregnancy is very normal, that medical board has no power to opine. Medical board only can opine in case of fetal congenital anomaly, which are incompatible with life of fetus. Let us see one more situation. 15-year-old girl with history of sexual assault approached government hospital for termination of pregnancy. Mother requested doctor not to inform police. So doctor advised to come to his private clinic in the evening, and he will do the necessary thing and he will avoid mandatory reporting to police. Was this approach right? No. Once you come to know that patient is victim of sexual assault and patient is minor, you have to inform police, whether you are treating her at government hospital, whether you are treating her at your private clinic. So with all these cases, let us conclude talk with this type of carry home messages. When minor is brought for examination and treatment for complaint about sexual abuse, responsibility of medical profession being an expert increases manifold. Responsible medical professional is under obligation to report to appropriate authority about any child sexual abuse he comes to know during his professional medical duty. He has not only to examine and treat, he has to form opinion whether sexual abuse has happened, and he is very important person to be helpful as an expert witness to prove a crime of child sexual abuse. Comply with the law of land and be vigilant in your practice. This gentleman has so many staircases, but he doesn't know how to use them. So it doesn't matter how many resources you have. If you do not know how to use them, they will never be enough. So there are so many provisions in our favor, but if you do not know them, then they won't be helpful if at all we are facing litigation. So have some basic legal knowledge and always obtain medical legal advice whenever you are in doubt. Take medical legal advice from point 1. And if you want to sleep like this, take tender care of your patient, comply with the provisions of law, pray Almighty God before going to sleep, and keep my visiting card below your pillow, because I am always there to take care in this type of situation. And if ever you need me, I'll be just round the corner. So enjoy litigation-free practice. All the best. Have a litigation-free medical practice with regards, and it is again my humble appeal to endorse my candidature for post of President Foxy, election year 2026. Salute to all. Thank you very much. Though it is difficult for me to answer any question, but you can put it in chat box and I will go through in chat box and I will answer those questions, because I am far away in remote places of Arunachal Pradesh and it will be difficult as far as networking is concerned. So thank you very much. But before that, due to my bad throat, There was some interruption during my talk, so pardon me for the same. Thank you very much. I am available on mobile, so if time and chairpersons permit, I will be happy to answer if any query, any question from chairpersons or any from any delegates.
I would request Chaudhary ma'am, I think Vaishali ma'am is there. If you could kindly give your comments on the talk, ma'am.
Sir is truly an exceptional speaker who makes or who simplifies the complex subject. And thank you, sir, for this thank you, sir, for insightful lecture on the POCSO Act, which guided us in clearly understanding the law and our responsibilities for that law, and while dispelling the fears among us of the law. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. I can see Vijay sir also being there. Sir, if you could want to give some comments.
This is an excellent talk, clearing all the basics for POCSO. And after all, it becomes our prime responsibility to help the children below 18 years of age. And we are the first person to help them out. So thanks for all situations you created, sir, and given the ideas what to do into those situations. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vijay sir. Thank you, Vaishali ma'am. And thankful to MC sir for joining all across. We will now move on to the panel discussion. We have a very important panel discussion today. It's about medico-legal issues in clinical practice. We have Dr. Varsha Lahade ma'am and Dr. Manisha as our moderators for the panel. Now, Dr. Varsha Lahade ma'am is the director of Prayag Hospital at Nashik. She is the past president of the Nashik Obs-Gynae Society, also the past zonal coordinator of AMOGS. Welcome, Varsha ma'am. Dr. Manisha Jagtap ma'am is the secretary of IMA Nashik and president-elect of Nashik Obs-Gynae Society. She also has been the convener of the medico-legal cell of IMA MS. Welcome, Manisha ma'am. We have 9 excellent panelists with us today. Our first panelist is Dr. Vikas Gorhe sir. Dr. Vikas is a practicing gynecologist since the past 36 years, was the president of the Nashik Obs-Gynae Society. Next panelist is Dr. Sachin Khedkar sir. Dr. Sachin is the secretary of the Chalisgaon Obs-Gynae Society. Also the consultant gynecologist and laparoscopic surgeon at Khedkar Hospital, Chalisgaon since the past 7 years. Can I have the next? Yes. Our next panelist is Dr. Vishal Patil sir. Sir is the secretary of the Obs and Gynae Society of Dhule from 2019 till date. He has also received the Wonder Amoxian Award in 2023. Welcome, Vishal sir. Our next panelist is Dr. Tushar Zambre sir. Sir is the president of the Malegaon Obs and Gynae Society and also the director of the Yash Hospital and Maternity Home at Malegaon. Welcome, Tushar sir. Our next panelist is Dr. Gauri Pimpalekar ma'am. Ma'am is a consultant and consultant obstetrician, gynecologist and infertility and critical care obstetrics at Sahyadri Super Speciality Hospital at Nashik and also the chief consultant at Shubhashri Clinic. Welcome, ma'am. Our next panelist is Dr. Swapnaljini Awad ma'am. Ma'am is a gynecologist, obstetrician and fertility expert. She has been the medical director of Awad Maternity Home and practicing Obs-Gynae in Nashik since the past 15 years. She has various awards to her credit. Welcome, ma'am. Our next panelist is Dr. Amit Karade. Sir is the owner of Sukhada Hospital and Suyash IVF Center, Joint Secretary of IMA, as well as the Secretary of PCPNDT Committee at Ahilyanagar. Welcome, sir. Last but not the least, we have Dr. Anand Patil, sir. Sir is a senior gynecologist and secretary of the Malegaon Obs-Gynae Society. And we also have Dr. Mukund Karambelekar, sir. Sir is the has presented many papers at state, national, and international conferences, and is a consultant at Chalisgaon since the past 42 years. And his special area of work is has done maximum number of vaginal delivery, especially VBACs, and specializes in bad obstetric history. Welcome, sir. Over to you, Varsha ma'am and Manisha ma'am.
Yeah.
Excellent panel.
Thank you very much. Madam?
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the kind introduction of us as well as our panelist. We are having the today's panel as not on the only medical legal issues, but regarding the birth and death certificates, which are having the legal as well as the practical issues. And so we both will be conducting this session on the birth and death certificates issues. Birth and death certificate may look everybody as a routine paperwork, but they are the most powerful document, I must say, in the legal as well as the doctor that signs the certificate. So the single entry of this birth certificate gives the identity to a person or to the individual, and the inheritance, the citizenship, and everything. Wherever you go, you need this certificate. And hence, this is also, you can get the criminal and the legal liabilities with your identity. So today's panel, we have formed about the different formats that are very important with the issues. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, till Manisha is sharing her screen. Welcome everyone. Good evening all, and thank you for giving me opportunity to be a moderator. I had a talk with Dr. MC Patel that what should we do for the panel discussion. After the lecture of PCP and after the lecture of MTP, the panel discussion on both the topics is like a waste of time. So I thought something which is different, but should be known to everyone. Recently, I had a workshop in Government of Maharashtra. We had a workshop in Pune. What are the importance of birth and death registration by Government of Maharashtra? So that topic remained with me. So I thought, sir, we should talk about birth and death registration, how important the birth registration and death register, how MCCD should be, the form should be filled. So accordingly, Dr. Manisha has created this. Question is, it may look a little boring, but they are very important. So let us start. Has the slides shared?
Is it visible?
Yeah, just open it.
Is it visible now?
Madam,
Open kar.
Hello, Madam, Manisha Madam. First, you have to open it onto your PC and then start
already
sharing.
opened and I was trying to share that, but that is...
No, ma'am, first you stop sharing.
Yeah.
Can you see now?
No, first you stop the sharing.
Sharing stop करा दी, हाँ. Exit कर.
Yes. Your presentation is open now in your laptop, ma'am.
So till that time, I will just brief. Birth and registration is an act which has been implemented, came into existence in 1969. So it's a central law, and it is actually a compulsory to everyone to provide. It is for the uniform information, legal information framework. Objective of this act was like it ensures universal, compulsory, and timely registration of births and deaths. It generates authentic vital statistics as well as it provides a legal identity of the individual. It also supports public health system or surveillance for disease control. So all these are the important factors which comes and plays a role when you do a death and a birth registration. So the first question comes to the panelist that whether it is compulsory or not. Anyone, Vikas or Vishal, Tushar, Gauri, anyone can take this simple question whether it is compulsory or not. Swapna, Amit, Anand Patil, and Mukund sir. Okay, we'll go. Take it, Manisha. You can take this question.
Is
Hello?
my screen visible?
Yes, yes. Back kar back.
Okay, so why should the Births and Death Registration Act be considered a core public health law rather than just a clerical requirement? So being a gynecologist, we daily fill up the birth certificates, and sometimes it happens that something is missing and again we have to refill, or sometimes it is delayed. So the thing is that it provides the vital statistics and that forms the foundation for the public health planning. So if we don't register the birth certificates properly, then it will affect the health planning of the country itself, because we will not be able to know exactly how many births are there and what is the ratio or something like that. So it is more important. Again, it will help for the disease surveillance, then the evaluation of the maternal child health programs, and so this is very important. We'll go for the next question.
Yeah.
So what is the exact legal responsibility of a medical practitioner under this act?
Anyone can take the question. Dr. Vikas, Tushar, Gauri, Swapna, nobody's there? Have they left? Hello.
A medical practitioner should ideally, it is our responsibility to certify every birth and death which are attended by us. So it is not just this. If we fail to certify them, or if we do not, then we are attracting the penal acts under.
Yeah, it is legal binding for everyone to register the birth and death. Yeah, you can go ahead, Sachin. आवाज येत नाही का त्याचा?
So as a gynecologist, we are mandatory that every birth should be certified by us, and we should fill it online also.
Yeah.
Because it gives us that this thing, the basic right of this thing, birth right, which we the person gets. That is,
yeah.
First, we are the first one to get the thing done.
Yeah, it's a personal responsibility and medical officer's legal responsibility. So both comes in picture when you say a birth registration, because the person, if the mother delivers at home, it's her own responsibility to register the birth of the baby to the nearest organization.
Hospital.
Yeah.
Okay, so next we go.
Yeah. So with this, the next question goes is like, how does timely and accurate registration impacts on national health indicators like IMR, MMR, and life expectancy? As we all know, MMR is calculated by per 1 lakh population. So anybody, you can take the question. Dr. Vishal, Tushar, Gauri, Vikas. Dr. Vikas is also not there. Dr. Gore, Mukund sir.
Madam, most importantly, infant mortality rate and maternal mortality rate. So what we say in this is that that there is some this thing we discuss in terms of how many live births per live birth. Okay. So the denominator which is there. Okay. So for accurate and correct description, we need to know the this thing per how many live birth. So that's why it is more important.
Yes, sir. So the thing is that only knowing the number is not important, but as we compare with the total deliveries, or so we come to know about how many fetuses are surviving or how many maternal mortality is taking place, and we can do a comparison study, and hence registering this is very important, so that we can reduce in case when there was a maternal mortality rate very high. Now, because we are doing the audits and we come to know how much it is there, we have reduced and coming to a safer side of infant mortality as well as the maternal mortality rates. Okay, so next question goes is, what are the common gaps in the birth reporting from the health facilities, especially in the rural and the tribal areas? So one who are working in the rural and tribal areas, or if you have any idea about, you can.
I think Varsha only has worked a lot in rural, Durbar and Gadchiroli.
There are many footfalls in this, in registering, because most of the time in rural and tribal places, they deliver at home. The ASHA doesn't reach there and the reporting doesn't happen. Then when the time comes, when the child is supposed to go to the school, after 5 years, they come and tell us that give us the certificates. So now why the workshop has happened is just because there are some 1 lakh number of birth registration backdated happen in Yavatmal, and then the public health department got awakened, and then they found out that there are multiple irregularities in this birth registration. There are few people are registering at multiple places. So that is why it has become mandatory to go by this act. And in the rural places, what is important is the ASHA or the ANM should actually go to the place and register the baby, and as well the deaths. So ASHA, ANMs, medical officers, all the team have public health department has responsibility to do that.
Yes, exactly. So delay, I mean, if it is a home delivery, they don't even think of that they should go and register for the birth certificate, and only they are awake when they need the birth certificate for the school admission. So it is a poor awareness that is responsible for that. And when there are some, when they come after 5 years, then they don't remember the date, they don't remember the month, they don't remember how many years old the child is. And so we cannot get the exact record what is needed.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, why not?
Is it mandatory to report the stillbirth also? Compulsory to report?
Yes,
indeed. That is also the indicator. That is also one of the indicators.
Yes.
Sir, that is required for IMR.
Yeah, I know, but like it is mandatory. If you don't report, it is a crime. Yes.
Yes. And also the coordination gap when the remote areas, as madam said, that ASHA don't even reach there. And the people are also not aware that they should go. So these are all the barriers that are hurdling for the birth registrations.
Yeah, and when they don't register, what is next? Anyone has an answer to this? If they don't register, what will they do? Delayed registration. How it will be registered? So if it is delayed by 1 year, then you have to have documents like affidavit by the parents, then and verification by ASHA or ANM, and then the hospital delivery proof if they have. So all these document and the delay after 1 year, the case goes into the court. Court affidavit करतं and then residential proof वरून certificate देत आहेत. It cannot be directly that 5 वर्षापूर्वी माझ्याकडे जन्म झालाय किंवा 15 वर्षापूर्वी झालाय किंवा whatever आणि तुम्ही ते सर्टिफिकेट द्यायचं नाही. डिलेड किंवा तुमच्याकडे जर नाव रजिस्टर असेल तरच सर्टिफिकेट द्यायचं. Otherwise, they have to go to the court after 1 year. Court affidavit करून द्यावं लागतं. Below 1 year, ANM medical officer करू शकतो.
Yes, so the important thing is की हे जे काही इन्शुरन्स स्कीम किंवा गव्हर्नमेंट पॉलिसीज येतात, इम्युनायझेशन शेड्यूल्स बद्दल असतं. सो दिस चाइल्ड आर नॉट रजिस्टर्ड अँड सो दे आर केप्ट अवे फ्रॉम ऑल दिस फॅसिलिटीज. Then even during the admissions, त्यांचं एज ॲज वी हॅव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड की एज एक्झॅक्टली माहिती नाही राहत आणि अंदाजे हा लिहून टाका 5 वर्ष, लिहून टाका 7 वर्ष, असं काहीतरी होतं. पूर्वीचे मला वाटतं एव्हरीबडी मस्ट बी नोईंग की 1 जून आणि 31 मे असं बर्थ डेट्स कॉमन आहेत जुन्या पिढीचे. कारण ऍडमिशनला गेले 2 रांगा उभ्या करायचे, एका बाजूचे 1 जून, दुसऱ्या बाजूचे 31 मे आणि मग त्यांचं काही असो. सो मॅक्सिमम बर्थडेज ऑफ सिनियर पीपल आर ऑफ 1 जून. सो दीज आर नॉट द ऑफिशियल डेट्स. त्याच्यामुळे मग ह्या अशा गोष्टी होत असतात. आणि सोशल वेलफेअर स्कीम ज्या असतात त्याच्यामध्ये सुद्धा मग तुमचं बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट नाहीये, मग बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट नाहीये म्हणून त्याचं आधार कार्ड बनत नाही, आयुष्यमान भारतचं कार्ड बनत नाही, कास्ट सर्टिफिकेट बनत नाही. सो देर are so many issues and hence birth certification or registration of birth is very important. So next, what role can obstetrician and nurses play in ensuring 100% birth registration before discharge?
कोणी आहे का?
Panelist दिसत नाहीये.
Vanishing panelist.
It is the responsibility of the obstetrician to register the birth.
Yes.
Even if patient doesn't give her Aadhaar card or if she doesn't give her information, still it is mandatory for the obstetrician or the hospital owner to register the birth in the nearby government office.
Yes. जर नाही रजिस्टर केलं तर तुम्हालाच ॲफिडेविट करून द्यावं लागतं.
And if the patient comes after 1 year and if you have to, then you have to go to court, give an affidavit that it was my mistake that I did not register.
Yes.
You have to pay the expenses and go to court 10 times and it is our responsibility.
Yes.
We must know this.
उद्या करू वगैरे असं न होता मला असं वाटतं की डिलिव्हरी झाल्यानंतर लगेचच जसं आपण बीपी मॉनिटर करतो, ब्लीडिंग मॉनिटर करतो, तसं बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट भरणं हे विदिन 24 hours झालंच पाहिजे. आणि ऍक्युरसी
I think the limit given is 21 days.
Yeah, 21 days.
Yeah, it is there for 21 days, but आपण आपलं काम चोख तेव्हाच्या तेव्हा केलं तर ते जास्त बरं राहतं. वी कॅन गिव्ह इट विदिन 21 days आणि त्याच्यानंतर जर उशीर झाला तर पर डे ₹1 चार्जेस द्यावा लागतो आणि त्याच्यापेक्षा अजून जास्त डिले केला की मग ॲफिडेविट द्यावं लागतं. सो हे सगळे झंझटींपासून वाचायचं असेल तर इमिजिएटली आपण कामं केले महत्वाचं असतं. सो ॲक्युरेट सर्टिफिकेशन मध्ये कम्प्लीट पाहिजे, करेक्ट पाहिजे. मदर आणि चाइल्डचे डिटेल्स किंवा मदरचे जे काही डिटेल्स असतात प्रत्येक कॉलम व्यवस्थित त्यांना विचारून भरला पाहिजे. कधी कधी त्यांनाच माहिती नाही, फॅमिली मधल्या त्यांना विचारून घेतलं पाहिजे. आणि जसं आपण डिस्चार्ज कार्ड आणि हे सगळ्या गोष्टी व्यवस्थित बघतो तसं बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट भरताना each column has been filled properly, accurately, has to be noted. Okay, so next. How effective is online birth registration and what challenges do healthcare providers face while using it? आपल्याकडे अजून ऑनलाईनचं नाही आलेलं. कोणाकडे बाहेर दुसरीकडे होतं का सर? तुम्हाला माहितीये का संकलेजा सर? ऑनलाईन रजिस्ट्रेशन करणार होते पण आपल्याकडे अजून आलं नाहीये ते.
नाही मॅडम, जालना डिस्ट्रिक्ट मध्ये ऑनलाईन कंपल्सरी केलंय आणि त्यांच्याकडे त्यांनी प्रत्येक हॉस्पिटलला डिलिव्हरीज आर हॅपनिंग त्या हॉस्पिटलला प्रत्येक आयडी आणि पासवर्ड दिलेला आहे.
ओके.
तर म्हणजे आफ्टर एव्हरी डिलिव्हरी वी हॅव टू गो ऑन टू द साईट आणि तो बर्थ रेकॉर्ड आहे जो टोटल त्याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला फीड करावा लागतो आणि तो फीड करत असताना पेशंटचा करेक्ट नेम, त्यांचा ऍड्रेस, डेट ऑफ बर्थ आणि आधार कार्ड आर मॅन्डेटरी की जेणेकरून ते काय डॉक्युमेंट होते. आणि
ओनली ऑनलाईन इज सफिशियंट और यू हॅव टू सबमिट ऑफलाईन ऑल्सो, फिजिकल ऑल्सो?
काही गरज नाही ऑफलाईन हे बेसिकली कसं आहे, एकदा ऑनलाईन आपण केलं तर जनरली आमच्याकडे आम्ही काय करतो की जेव्हा केव्हा डिलिव्हरी होते त्यावेळेस त्याला ऑनलाईन सबमिट करायचं. ऑनलाईन सबमिट केल्यानंतर त्याची एक रिसिप्ट बनते. तर ती रिसिप्ट आम्ही 2 कॉपीज मध्ये काढतो, एक त्याच्या इंडोर पेपरला लावून ठेवतो आणि एक त्या पेशंटला देऊन टाकून देतो त्यांच्यासोबत.
आम्ही जळगाव डिस्ट्रिक्ट मध्ये पण असंच करतोय.
एनटीटी सॅम्पल कधी कधी त्याच्यामध्ये सर्व्हर डाऊन आहे, काही हे आहे असं.
मॅडम त्याच्यासाठी वेळ आहे ना भरपूर, असं नाही ना की 24 आवर्स मध्ये ते तुम्ही करायला पाहिजे. वेळ आहे का?
21 डेज आहे.
21 डेज पर्यंत आपण ते करू शकतो. त्याच्यामुळं म्हणजे जरी गेलं असेल तरी काही हरकत नाहीये त्या ठिकाणी. आणि त्याच्यानंतर दुसरी आहे की सर्व्हर तुमचा खरंच जर डाऊन झालेला असेल तर तुम्ही तुमच्या जो बर्थ अँड डेथ रेकॉर्ड डिपार्टमेंट आहे त्यांना तुम्ही सरळ त्यांना सांगून द्या की आमचा सर्व्हर डाऊन आहे किंवा आमच्या एरियातलं नेट डाऊन आहे, तुमचा हे चालत नाहीये. म्हणजे कधी कधी वेबसाईट देखील अंडर रिपेअर वगैरे असतात. तर अशा केसेसमध्ये तुम्ही प्रायर त्यांना इन्फॉर्म करून टाकून द्या, नंतर त्याच्याकडे डॉक्युमेंट देऊन टाकून द्या. एवढं सगळं ऑनलाईन जरी केलं तर मंथली रेकॉर्ड आपण ज्यावेळेस देतो त्यावेळेस त्यांना पूर्ण डिटेल्स द्या. पेशंटचा बर्थ म्हणजे हा पेशंट डिलिव्हर झालाय आणि आपला जो त्यांचा रेकॉर्ड फॉर्म आहे तो त्यांना देऊन टाकून द्यायचा. आणि सगळ्यात महत्वाचं म्हणजे काय, व्हॉट एव्हर डॉक्युमेंट्स यू आर गिव्हिंग टू द डिपार्टमेंट प्लीज टेक अन एक्नॉलेजमेंट. आता बरेचशा केसेस आमच्याकडे अशा आहेत ना की काही वेळेला पेशंट येतात ते परत म्हणजे तुमचा रेकॉर्डच आला नाही म्हणून सांगतात आमच्याकडे. मग अशा वेळेस काय करायचं, मग त्यावेळेस आम्ही त्यांना दाखवतो की आम्ही तुम्हाला दिलं होतं, तुम्ही देखील रिसिप्ट दिलेली आहे. आणि अशा केसेस म्हणजे फॉर द पेशंट सेक, नॉट फॉर द गव्हर्नमेंट पर्पज पण फॉर द पेशंट सेक, इफ यू हॅव इन्फॉर्म देम देन यू कॅन रिफिल द सेम फॉर्म अँड इश्यू दॅट फॉर्म अगेन टू द पर्सन. तर तुम्ही दिल्यानंतर दे कॅन जनरेट इट अगेन.
म्हणजे हे परत करता येतं आणि परत भरता पण येतं.
When you give the certificate, next time you mention it's duplicate.
नाही मॅडम, त्याच्यासाठी एक सिंपल आहे.
सेकंड कॉपी.
तुम्ही जेव्हा केव्हा सर्टिफिकेट देत असाल, ज्या डेटला देताय ना तुम्ही ती डेट त्याच्यावरती मेन्शन करा. कारण बर्थ डेट, बर्थ टाइम वगैरे सगळं वेगळं आहे. पण तुम्ही ज्या दिवशी इश्यू करता ती डेट तुमची डबल आली ना तर त्या ठिकाणी ऑटोमॅटिकली इट इज सपोज टू बी अन डुप्लिकेट वन.
Yes.
May I comment something?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So in Gujarat, it is compulsory online, and software is designed from government only. And in that very software, we have to fill all this form and all the necessary information. And the same copy we get it printed and get it signed by relative or patient herself. But whatever information you give in that very certificate, because many times it may happen in future patient will come that I had written Anita and you have written, I had to return Anita Gauri and you have simply written Anita. This type of some complaint comes on part of relative many a times or patient herself. So we get it signed by patient or relative themselves that this information were given by us. And the same copy we send physically also to our nearby authority, and after authority gets that copy, they will give information to patient whose mobile number is given at the time of registration, and they are given time to change if at all they want to change name or any information, and they are free. And once time is over, then information is complete and permanent, and then after they cannot change. And if at all they have to change, then they have to go to honorable court with petition, and they can change only that way only. So once we have filled this form online and when we have submitted, our job is over.
So CRS system, so this CRS system has been applicable to all over India. That is civil registration system, which is a mobile app.
So now in Gujarat it is applicable. already applicable.
All over
So
India,
it-
it has been started, sir.
Yes, it will be universal system
It is
all over
universal.
India, but in Gujarat it is already on since 1 year or so. We are following that system only.
In our Jalgaon district also, we are having the similar
Yeah.
similar working, and we are doing both the things. We are keeping one copy of handwritten copy and one on this. And as Dr. Shinde said, we are taking out the receipt and that we are giving to the patient.
No, on the
of course-
CRS system,
Yes.
we can download it multiple times.
Yeah.
So once the information has been filled, then you
Yeah.
can access your birth
वर्षा
certificate.
मॅडम, मला एक विचारायचं होतं. मला एक विचारायचं होतं की आपण जी इन्फॉर्मेशन त्यांनी दिलेली आहे आपण ती भरली आणि त्याच्यामध्ये त्यांना नावाचं चेंज जर करायचं जर असेल समजा आणि
करता
तो-
येतो.
तो- ते नावाचा चेंज करण्याची ऑथॉरिटी आपल्याकडे आहे का ती बर्थ अँड डेथ रेकॉर्डला आहे?
ऍक्च्युली तो जर स्वतः तुम्ही भरलेला असेल ना तर तुम्हाला चेंज करता येतो.
मॅडम
आणि
सीआरएस वरती नाहीये तसं.
नाही नाव कुठलं नाव चेंज करायचं?
आता पेशंट
नाव पहिलं बेबी ऑफ लिहितो ना, नंतर आपण नाव ठेवतो ना, ती नाव म्हणते.
नाही, आता आपण पेशंटचं जे नाव लिहितो समजा ते
पेशंटचं नाव आपण जे सांगतो ते जर चुकीचं लिहिलेलं असेल
हो
तर 21 दिवसापर्यंत आपण चेंज करू शकतो, पण
करता येतं.
त्याच्यानंतर ते परत म्हणजे म्युन्सिपाल्टी वाले नाही ऐकत ते म्हणतात की त्यांच्याकडनं लिहून आणा.
हो
नाही
ऍक्च्युली काय होतं की बऱ्याच वेळा आता पेशंट त्यांचं घरी बोलणारं नाव सांगतात आणि
हा.
ऑफिशियल नाव वेगळं असतं आणि आपण रजिस्टर करताना सुरुवातीपासून ते समजा आशा दिलं तर आशा नाव येतं आणि नंतर ती म्हणते मॅडम नाही माझं नाव तर प्रणाली आहे आधार कार्डवर किंवा ऑफिशियल डॉक्युमेंट मध्ये. मग आता काय करायचं? मग आम्ही कंपल्सरी आधार कार्ड मागवतो, त्याच्यामध्ये जे रजिस्टर्ड नाव असेल तेच आम्ही याच्यामध्ये टाकतो आणि ते जर बदलायचं असेल त्यांना तर मग ते गॅझेट मध्ये जाऊन ते सगळं ऑफिशियली डॉक्युमेंट करून आणि मग ते बदलून.
This is right. I think this is right. Take Aadhaar card and follow the Aadhaar card spelling and Aadhaar card name.
हो
If not, then show it to the patient. Take signature of the patient की आम्ही जन्म दाखल्यावर हे नाव लिहितो आहे. याच्यात काही बदल होऊ शकणार नाही. याच्यावर तुम्ही सही करा किंवा तुमच्याच हस्ताक्षरात अक्षर नाव लिहा आणि देन मग काय असेल तर इट इज देअर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू चेंज.
नाही, बऱ्याच वेळेला काय होतं हजबंडचं नाव जे असतं ना तर त्या ठिकाणी बऱ्याच वेळेला म्हणजे ती पेशंट बिफोर मॅरेजचं नाव किंवा आफ्टर मॅरेजचं नाव याच्यामध्ये हजबंडचं नाव त्याला प्रेमाने घरी काहीतरी बोलल्या जातं.
घरी अशोक म्हणतात आणि तो संतोष असतो. बरोबर आहे.
नाही, ते नाव चेंज करण्याची ऑथॉरिटी मला असं वाटतं की once we fill on CRS we don't have that authority.
And we should not do it. We should not do it.
We should not do it.
He has to give the affidavit.
And ती affidavit आपण नाही घ्यायचं.
नाही. Patient will give.
Let them go to the birth and death record and tell them I am not the authority to change the name. It's the authority by birth and death department and let them give the affidavit over there.
Yes.
डॉक्टर शिंदे, आमच्या नाशिक महानगरपालिकेच्या फॉर्मवर खाली जो भरतो माहिती देणाऱ्याची सही घ्यायला लागते आणि त्यात रिलेटिव्हचंच नाव, त्याचा पत्ता आणि त्याची सही घेतो. त्यामुळे काही स्पेशल गोष्टी आपल्याला करायची हेडेक राहत नाही नंतर. आलं का लक्षात? तर ते नाशिक महानगरपालिकेचा फॉर्मच तसा बनवलेला आहे. सो इट हॅज टू बी म्हणजे देर इज वन कॉलम स्पेशली अँड हिज ॲड्रेस that it has to be signed by the person who has given the information and we categorically take it from the husband.
पण सर ते माहिती देणारा व्यक्ती जो आहे तो दॅट इज फ्रॉम आवर हॉस्पिटल ना?
No, it is not necessary.
फॉर्म जो भरतो ना, जी माहिती देतो ना, तर माहिती देणाऱ्याची सही नाव असं असतं. तर ते युजली आम्ही पण म्हणजे हजबंडच नाव सही घेतो किंवा पेशंटचे नाव सही घेतो. म्हणजे त्यांनी जी माहिती दिलेली आहे ती त्यांच्या हिशोबाने ती बरोबरच दिलेली आहे. जर त्याच्यामध्ये काही बिघाड असेल तर मग ती त्यांची जबाबदारी होते.
नाही मॅडम, हा कोणता फॉर्म म्हणताय तुम्ही? आपण जो बर्थ अँड डेथ
जन्म नोंदणीचा दाखला जो आपण कॉर्पोरेशन मध्ये जमा करतो आम्ही, आमचा ऑनलाईन नाही झालेलं.
मॅडम ऍक्च्युली तो जो माहिती देणाऱ्याचे नाव जे आहे, ती माहिती देणाऱ्याचं नाव जे आहे ते आपल्या हॉस्पिटल मधून असतं मॅडम, पेशंट कडे नसतं.
नाही. देयर इज वन अनदर कॉलम टॉप ऑफ द दॅट
ओके
तिथे रुग्णालयाची सही आणि रुग्णालयाचा स्टॅम्प असतो. खाली
हा.
आपण माहिती देणाऱ्याची सही, म्हणजे दॅट कॅन बी अ डॉक्टर, दॅट कॅन बी अ रिलेटिव्ह. सो इफ यू ऑन अ सेफर साइड, you take it from the husband
Relative.
or whoever there, and on the
Okay.
top of that I take and we take marriage certificate, आधार कार्ड, आणि हे आम्ही डॉक्टर गोरे हॉस्पिटलला सबमिट केलेला आहे. हा मराठीत, हा ॲड्रेस, हे काना वेलांटी, हे सगळं असं लिहून घेतो. म्हणजे डोक्याला त्रास, कारण ती लोक इतके परत पाठवतात तिकडून आम्हाला. म्हणजे
बरोबर आहे.
एक डिलिव्हरी करणं सोपं, पण हा सर्वात मोठा उपद्रव असतो.
Documentation. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So what are the legal
त्याच्यात
consequences for the
गरजेचं
doctor?
आहे की what are the
Hey,
legal consequences for
one
the
question,
doctors
why,
of
Dr.
incorrect
Gore,
certificate?
why marriage certificate is asked?
So there are usually
That's Dr. Gore's policy.
usual thing is that there are, if they have not changed the name on Aadhaar card, that clerk says कि these names are different, whether they are married or not married. They Aadhaar card,
Yes.
they have their made their self rules for that.
Okay, then it's fine.
Alice, मी आता एक 10 मिनिटं बाकी आहे.
So one more issue, when patient is unmarried or patient is not willing to give name of father of baby, in this type of situation at the time of registration, what will you do?
So up till now we have not came across such situation, but because we don't get we don't
This is
register such
possible.
kind of patient at to my hospitals.
But why? It is one more crime you are doing.
No.
If you do not get it registered, then you will
Doctor,
invite one more litigation.
no. Doctor has got his own right to choose the patient.
No. But if, say for example, if patient is unmarried, patient is delivered at your place. So now it becomes compulsory for you to get that birth registered. So
That
in
is
this situation, what will you do?
Then we have to submit the form, whatever the procedure is there, and if the corporation doesn't accept it, it is a fault on their part.
No, one thing, even
Single
you
parent can register.
Yes.
even if you send that column, let me complete.
Yes, sir.
Even if you send that column blank,
Mhm.
corporation or any authority cannot reject that form.
Exactly.
It is compulsory on part of government, that it is not at all compulsory for mother to give name of father of baby. If she
Right.
is not willing to give name, you have to keep it blank, and even then this birth is registered.
Right.
Yes.
So that is why I raised this question. So it is not compulsory for mother.
Sir, पण आता here I want to again ask you whether
Yes.
doctor has got right to refuse the patient, right to choose the patient.
If it is not an emergency, you have right to select whether to treat, whether not to treat. But
Yes.
say for example, if patient is in acute, emergency or labor, and she is about to deliver, I would say. And if you refer patient to any other place, it is likely that she may deliver on the way. In this situation, you have no option unless to deliver the patient.
Right. We accept it.
So if it is an emergency, but the same question was asked in Lok Sabha in 2012, and then Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan, good friend, he had also clarified that at any clinical establishment, any emergency case is brought, they are under obligation to treat that very patient in that very given situation. So for us, say for example, delivery patient. So if she is about to deliver, we cannot refuse. We have to deliver.
Yes. So single mother can be delivered and her birth certificate
Yes.
can be given
Yes.
without
Yes.
the name of child's father.
Yes.
Thank you,
So
sir.
now there is option in that very software which is made by Government of India, and it will be going to be compulsory in all the states. It will be universal software. In Gujarat,
Yes.
we are using since 1 year.
Okay. Okay, so next comes, what are the legal consequences for the doctors in case of incorrect or delayed certification?
There are different penalties stipulated if they are not informed. and accordingly you have to go face the consequences.
Yes. So there are legal consequences about this. So statutory penalties, fine under the Registration of Birth and Death Act for the delay, as we have already discussed about this. Then the professional liability, so disciplinary action by the medical council for negligence or misconduct. So not registering the or giving the birth certificate or reporting the birth is a professional negligence and misconduct. Then medical legal risk is that the adverse inference in the court cases. So any thing related, if he goes in the court of law about the insurance or inheritance or any some criminal matter, then even this can come matter. This matter can also come along with that. And in administrative, the warning is given, show cause notice is given and by the local authorities. And definitely defaming of you that you are not doing your work properly can also be there. So how should doctor handle uncertified deaths, broad death cases? Now we are, along with now the birth certificate, we are going with for the deaths. So coming to the deaths is, how should a doctor handle uncertified deaths or broad death cases or the death at home?
If you have treated the patient, then you should give the certificate. If you know the cause of death and which was the main cause of death. If you have not seen, preferably you should avoid it.
Yes.
Avoid it means
you should not certify the death.
There are two types of certificate: death declaring certificate and death certificate.
Yes.
Right.
Death declaring certificate, this is to certify that patient so and so, aged so and so, residing at, expired at, on. That's all.
Cause of death is not mentioned.
4 and 4A.
Let me complete. So it is death declaring certificate. But once you stamp it death certificate, then cause of death is to be written. And whenever you are not sure of cause of death, never issue death certificate. Always subject patient for postmortem examination.
Yeah, that is.
Because whenever patient brought dead, patient expired at home, and it is brought to hospital and there is no sign of life when you have examined that very patient. So you never know what was the exact cause of death. So in this situation, it is always better to inform police and subject that case for postmortem examination.
Yes.
Right.
So only if you know the cause of death and if you're treating as a doctor to that patient, you can certify. Otherwise,
Naturally.
yes.
Yeah, natural, that is you have to fill the form 4 and 4A is like cause of death.
So next comes, what is the medical certificate for cause of death and why it is important in the obstetric and gynecology?
Any take?
Again, to have correct cause of death, and then like that is important for both the things. It's like maternal death audits and impacts of MMR, policy making, medical legal safety. And again, of course, again, you should be very confirmed what is the cause of death. And we should not write cardiac arrest or respiratory arrest. We have to have eclampsia or whatever is there.
Yes, maternal mortality is
And
audited.
sequelae events you must know.
Mukund Bhau, cardiac arrest is event. It is not cause of death.
Yeah.
For example, how we stamp cardiorespiratory arrest due to shock, due to PPH. This should be the line in cause of death. Cardiorespiratory arrest is event. It is not cause of death.
Yeah.
Immediate cause, antecedent, and the exact cause, like underlying cause. That should be the pattern of the MCCD.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So the importance are like for the public health, for them to know the mortality, know the diseases due to which the patients are dying, then what is the age of the age we mentioned on the death. So it is all for the policy making. Second, it is beneficial to the families. It is for the insurance, for the legal claim, for the property and whatnot. And as we see the MMR, that definitely reflects the health policies of the respective state.
Yes, so it is important to record.
Yes.
Is it mandatory in the maternal deaths?
Yes, all the
Yes.
natural and attended deaths should be certified.
Yes.
So it says both the act says Birth and Death Registration Act. Okay.
So all the deaths should be registered and informed. And in case of, as I already said, that suspicious or accidental or suicidal death, you have to do the MLC and inform the police. So who is authorized to issue the certificate, death certificate?
Of course, the treating doctor or his subordinate can give the certificate.
Death certificate has said that it is having a part 1, part 2 or something like that. I will just display the certificate. Yes. And
This is for
here we have to write in the details.
Yeah, here you mentioned the cause, the immediate cause, the antecedent cause, and the underlying cause. So all these things, the interval between the onset and the death, this should be mentioned if patient is admitted in the wards. Even this column is never filled. If the disease was a female, was pregnant, the death associated with, if yes, whether was there a delivery or not. So this column should be filled. We concerned with the OBGY. That's why you should.
Yes,
fill this form.
and in the obstetric, we need to write this sequence very important, that the event leading to death means what was the immediate cause, then comes the antecedent cause and the underlying disease because of which these sequences has happened. So this column has to be very properly filled up. So we go with the examples like say the patient is died because of the postpartum hemorrhage. So what will be the columns that can be filled? What will be the immediate cause? What will be the secondary? What will be next to it? How can we write?
Dr. Sachin. Who else would write?
Coagulemic shock is the immediate cause, and for this thing, whether it is due to autonicity or any this thing rupture or what we say, that would be the antecedent, and whether we can say whether she was very anemic or other thing, that would be the last one.
Yes, so hemorrhagic shock, if it is PPH, then hemorrhagic shock comes first. Then after that, atonic postpartum hemorrhage or the traumatic. So whatever it is, we have to mention that whether it was a vaginal delivery or whether it was a cesarean section. And the part 2 of that will go as a severe anemia.
Underlying causes severe anemia.
Okay, next again we can go with one more this thing. What is meant by the underlying cause of death in the maternal cases? So how can we write these things? Means maybe if it is associated with some other things or like that. आपल्याकडे पेशंट जर आली डिलिव्हरी करता तर नातेवाईक पेशंट सगळ्यांना असं वाटतं की फक्त आनंदाची बातमी मिळायला पाहिजे. पण पेशंट हाय रिस्क
ज्या
आहे,
केसेस मध्ये आपण हाय
काही
रिस्क म्हणून हे
कॉम्प्लिकेशन
घेतो,
आहे,
सपोज
तर आपण ते कसे मेन्शन करू शकतो?
एक्लेम्शिया असेल किंवा कधी रप्चर्ड युटरस येतं, कधी हे असतं, हार्ट डिसीज असतो अलॉंग विथ हे, अशा केसेसमध्ये आपण हाय रिस्क म्हणून आधीपासूनच
डायबिटीस आहे,
कन्सेंट घेतो
ॲब्डक्शन आहे.
आणि तो कन्सेंट घेणं महत्वाचं आहे. आणि मी बघितलं मोठ्या सिटीज आजकाल व्हिडिओ कन्सेंट पण घेतात. म्हणजे तसा तो घेणं मला असं वाटतं जास्त गरजेचं आहे आजकाल, कारण नंतर लोक नाही म्हणून बसतात. तर आपल्याला ज्या ज्या गोष्टीचा हे वाटतो, म्हणजे जिथे जिथे वी फील देर इज अ रिस्क, प्रिव्हियस सीझर आहे आणि आपण हे करतो, रप्चर घेऊन आलाय, हे घेऊन आलंय, तर अशा वेळेला आधीपासूनच त्यांना हाय रिस्कची जाणीव द्यायला पाहिजे. ट्विन्स आहे किंवा हायड्रॉमिनियस आहे आणि मग डिस्टेंडेड युटरस आहे, अशा वेळेला देर आर चान्सेस की काहीतरी
येस, सो वी शुड नोट डाऊन द हाय रिस्क पेशंट सेपरेटली, त्यांना लेबल केलं पाहिजे, लाल मार्क करून दिला पाहिजे, किंवा जे काही असेल ते आपण आधीच नोट डाऊन केलं पाहिजे. किंवा PIH असेल, मग PIH लिडिंग टू द हेल्थ सिंड्रोम, लिडिंग टू DIC, मग ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी आपल्याला ते सिक्वेन्स प्रॉपर मेन्शन करता आली पाहिजे. येस, नेक्स्ट. Can the cardiac arrest or respiratory failure be written as a cause of death? I think
आताच आपण बोललो की नाही तसं लिहिता येत.
So that is a mechanism of death and not the cause of death. So you have to know what was the cause of death for that particular patient, and that specific thing has to be mentioned in the first column. So next is I have already shown the form for the death certificate. So how will you feel in the death due to the eclampsia? समजा eclampsia असला तर काय त्याच्यामध्ये कॉजेस येऊ शकतात?
एक्लाम्शिया मध्ये काय आहे की फर्स्ट यू कॅन हॅव अ सेरेब्रल हिमरेज, पुल्मनरी एडिमा, अँड देन द eclampsia due to the severe hypertension. That should be the order.
That is antecedent. It is one of the antecedent. Cause. एक तर ऍस्पिरेशन होईल, लीड होईल काहीतरी, किंवा स्टेटस मध्ये जाईल, त्याच्यानंतर ऍस्पिरेशन होईल. दॅट इज द इमिजिएट कॉज. देन दिस कम्स एज अन antecedent.
सो इक्लाम्शिया मध्ये ऍस्पिरेशन होऊ शकतं, किंवा मग इंट्राक्रेनियल ब्लीड झालं तर मग आपल्याला ते सेरिब्रल हिमोरेज लिहिता येतं. पण मग त्याच्याकरता आपल्याला परत पुढे ते PM करून त्याचं स्पेसिफिकेशन घेणं गरजेचं राहतं. ओके, इन केस ऑफ सेप्सिस कसं असेल? सेप्सिस जर असेल आणि सेप्सिसमुळे जर मॅटर्नल मॉर्टॅलिटी झाली असेल,
सेप्टिक शॉक, पर्पुरल सेप्सिस, आणि त्याच्यानंतर प्रोलॉंग ऑब्स्ट्रक्टेड लेबर किंवा होम डिलिव्हरी कमिंग टू यू विथ द सेप्सिस, these things, unhygienic conditions, lower socioeconomic status,
बिफोर
that the contributing factor, severe anemia.
कॉम्प्रोमाइज स्टेटस असेल पेशंटची, ज्याच्यामुळे तिला सेप्सिस बसतो आणि मग शी इज नॉट एबल टू कोप अप विथ दॅट सेप्टिक शॉक अँड देन शी डाईज. What precautions are required while certifying the post-operative maternal death? ऑपरेट करत असताना जर काही कॉम्प्लिकेशन झाले आणि डेथ झालं, सो व्हॉट ऑल प्रिकॉशन्स वन शुड टेक?
It is always very difficult situation.
Nightmare for the obstetrician.
आणि आपल्यालाच म्हणजे एकतर सगळं लिगल कॉम्प्लिकेशन जे आहेत ते सगळे ऑब्स्गायनीलाच आहेत, ऑब्स्टेट्रिक्सला स्पेशली, आणि फार अवघड होऊन जातं. आमच्याकडे एकदा एक्लेम्शियाची पेशंट होती आणि वी गेव दिस थिंग फुल GA करून, GA देऊनच केलेलं होतं, आणि इट डिडंट कम आउट ऑफ एनेस्थेशिया. आणि मग खूप प्रश्न पडला की आता काय करायचं, कसं एक्सप्लेन करायचं. अनफॉर्च्युनेटली शी हॅड अ लॉस, म्हणजे त्या बाईचे सासरे आदल्या दिवशी वारलेले होते आणि यांना मुलगा झालेला होता. तर बाहेर ते लोक इतक्या आनंदात होते की तो सासराच परत आला, हे ते असं सगळं चालू होतं. आणि आम्हाला इथं टेन्शन आलं होतं की साली ह्याच्यातनं अॅनेस्थेशियातनं वरच येत नाही, आता काय एक्सप्लेन करायचं आणि कसं करायचं. फायनली म्हणजे त्या दोज डेज तर अक्षरशः अंबू बॅगने हे देत, रेस्पिरेशन देत देत त्याला धुळ्याला पाठवलं. धुळ्याला तिथे सिव्हिलला गेल्यामुळे तिथे त्यांनी हे केलं, पोस्टमॉर्टम केलं आणि त्याच्यामध्ये पॉन्टाईन हिमरेज निघाला. म्हणजे आता दिस वी कुड नॉट हॅव इमॅजिन्ड ऑल्सो की अरे असं काही झालं असेल म्हणून. आणि मग ते सगळं अर्थात सेटल झालं, त्यांनी काही हे केलं नाही. ते म्हणजे सासरा परत आल्यामुळे आनंदात होते, त्यामुळे आम्ही दुःखात गेलो नाही.
वाचले.
आणि दोन डेज जरा चांगले पण होते, आत्ताच्या सारखं
आता नाही राहिलं.
आता नाही
मोस्ट
होणार.
इम्पॉर्टंट इज यू हॅव टू एन्श्युअर व्हॉट वॉज द कॉज ऑफ डेथ. त्याच्यामुळे ते
Yeah.
डायरेक्टली डिक्लेअर करणं शक्य नाही होत. तर
हो ना.
ॲज यू सेड
So here you can give the
so
provisional.
you have to rule out the medical complication if it's associated with that.
Yeah, here you can give the provisional. However, the body is sent for postmortem 4A to 4 to 4A. 4 भरू शकता तुम्ही तिथे. तुम्हाला प्रोबेबल काय वाटतंय ते त्याच्यावर लिहायचंय 4 वर, आणि पोस्टमॉर्टम नंतर 4A भरला जाईल तिचं. सो दीज आर प्रोविजनल अँड फायनल MCC. ओके.
So compulsory you have to do the medical legal case, inform the police and do not issue the cause of death certificate. After PM only one can give the cause of death. Okay, next comes how do you certify death in the early pregnancy or abortion related deaths? कसं एक्सप्लेन करायचं, कसं लिहून द्यायचं? Yes, anybody?
सगळ्या गोष्टी त्या आणखी अवघड आहेत. म्हणजे फुल टर्म डिलिव्हरी, फुल टर्म सीझर त्याच्या अर्थात अबॉर्शन आपल्याला मेन्शन करायलाच लागणार, हे करायला लागणार. पण त्याच्यामध्ये जर ती इफ इट इज MTP देन द थिंग्स आर अगेन कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. आणि खूप यांनी त्याच्यामध्ये तर आपल्याला अर्थात हे चांगलंच आहे की ती MTP होती, हे होती. आणि त्याच्यामधलं सगळं लिगल मॅटर जे आहे, म्हणजे प्लेस डुईंग परफॉर्मिंग द MTP, त्या सगळ्याचं आपल्याला व्यवस्थित नोट करायला पाहिजे. आणि बाहेर कुठेतरी झाली MTP आणि मग ती इकडे येते, ते तर आणखी अवघड होऊन जातं. म्हणजे एकदा आम्हाला बाहेर MTP झाली होती, MTP म्हणून केली होती, आणि प्रिव्हियस सीझर होतं ते, आणि रप्चर होऊन ते बाळ आत होतं. आम्हाला ते सगळं इन द ॲबडॉमेन लॅप्रोटॉमी करून ते काढायला लागलं. सगळं अवघड झालं होतं ते सगळं. बट द मदर वॉज ऑफकोर्स वी कुड कीप हर सेफ, आणि काही अडचण आली नाही. आणि त्यांना सगळं समजावलं की बाबा रे, हे काय, हे नव्हे, काहीतरी गडबड आहे, जुळं असेल, एक बाहेर पडलं, एक आत आलं, काहीतरी समजावून त्यांना मोकळं केलं. पण ते फार अवघड होतं अशा वेळेला व्हॉट टू एक्सप्लेन ना. आणि वी हॅव टू प्रोटेक्ट आवर कलिग ऑल्सो. वी कॅनॉट से अरे त्यांनी असं केलं, त्यांनी तसं केलं, असं गप्पा मारल्यासारखं सांगून उपयोग नाही. वी हॅव टू प्रोटेक्ट आवर कलिग.
Yes, so whether the abortion was safe, unsafe, whether it was with the standard procedures were followed to do that abortion, and whether it was in the recognized center or not, and doing the MLC is important for all these things. Whatever je kai asel, you have to face whatever the issues are. Okay. Can the medical certificate for cause of death be issued in the pregnant woman who dies at home?
परत एकदा पोस्टमार्टम, प्रिफरेबली पोस्टमार्टम. किती जरी माहीत असली पेशंट, त्या पर्टिक्युलर मोमेंटला काय झालं, म्हणजे मुलगी झाली म्हणून सासूनं गळा दाबला असेल तर आपण काय करणार ना.
We are not knowing the end situation. That's why we should not issue a certificate.
हा
You don't
त्यावेळेला
pursue
तुम्ही प्रेझेंट नाहीच आहे.
मला एवढं सगळं ऐकल्यानंतर मला असं वाटायला लागलं ना की एक डेथ सर्टिफिकेट आपण इश्यूच नाही करायला पाहिजे. प्रत्येक वेळेला पोलिसला बोलवायला पाहिजे.
सगळ्यांना PM
आणि
ला
त्याला
पाठवा.
सांगायचं PM ला
Exactly.
पाठवा and whatever comes into the PM, then afterwards we
Always
can write
better.
into the
Always
DC.
better.
Yes.
That is always a better option. आपल्याला बऱ्याच वेळेला भीती वाटत असते ना की काय करावं, काय करू नये, PM झाल्याच्यानंतर पुढे काय होईल, काय काही होत नाही. एक सिंपल फॉर्म्युला आहे. एनी डेथ इन टू आवर हॉस्पिटल शुड बी इन्फॉर्म टू द पोलीस. लेट द police investigate, send the patient for postmortem, let the postmortem report come, and then you fill the DC.
Very nice.
बरोबर.
Only declaration, death declaration has to be written. That's it.
मॅडम ते ऑटोमॅटिकली होऊनच जातं. वर्षा मॅडम, व्हॉट्स युअर ओपिनियन, हाऊ शुड वी डिक्लेअर? नाही म्हणजे बेसिकली कसं माहिती, हा मुद्दा मेडिकल लिगल आहे, त्याच्यामुळे प्रॉब्लेम आहे. DC is an always a medical legal document.
You declare the death as usual, how the doctor declares. Pulse बघा, BP बघा, carotid बघा, pupil dilated आहेत की नाही बघा. आजकाल ECG फ्लॅट आल्याशिवाय डिक्लेअरच करत नाही. दिस इज व्हेरी डेंजरस थिंग व्हॉट इज हॅपनिंग. इवन इन Gadchiroli casualty, they declare death are putting a nice ECG, showing the patient this, देखो ये फ्लॅट हो गया. अरे what do you require this? Death declaration करताना you need to see 4-5 things.
मॅडम
Basic, and then declare.
जालना कॅज्युअलिटी मध्ये सिव्हिल हॉस्पिटलला ECG फ्लॅट आलाय आणि जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ बिझी शेड्यूल ओव्हर देअर द कॅज्युअलिटी ऑफिसर वॉज नॉट हॅव्हिंग टाइम टू डिक्लेअर द डेथ. पण त्या थोड्या पुढच्या एक 15 ते 20 मिनिटांमध्ये तो पेशंट जागा झाला. आणि ECG वॉज फ्लॅट. ECG वॉज डॉक्युमेंटेडली फ्लॅट.
मशीनच्या खराबीमुळे.
आता हे गोष्टी सगळे टेक्निकल, आपण वी आर मशीन डॉक्टर्स आहेत असं झालंय. मशीननी सांगितल्याशिवाय तुम्ही तुमचं डोकं चालवत नाही असं झालं. त्यामुळे ती जी पूर्वीची मेथड होती, दॅट शुड बी अप्लाइड, दॅट शुड बी टॉट टू द स्टुडंट्स. When you attend the death, sympathy तर तुम्हाला दाखवायला लागेल. तुम्ही शेजारी राहताय किंवा ती बिचारी घरी आहे किंवा यू आर हेल्थ केअर प्रोव्हायडर. You have to show the sympathy. You have to tell the patient that
आता ह्याच्यावरती एवढा फक्त त्या मॅडम सगळं घेतलं माझ्या हातात रेपडाली फक्त
PM. Very important.
Okay.
Next.
So what are the common errors in the death certificate by OBGYN?
OBGYN
So
shock
आपण आधी जे म्हटलं की बा कार्डियाक अरेस्ट आणि नॅचरल
रेस्पिरेटरी अरेस्ट लिहितात. दे आर व्हेरी कॉमन इन रायटिंग दिस. शॉक लिहित नाही. हॅमरेजिक, न्यूरोजेनिक काय जो असेल तो.
So incorrectly issuing the medical cause certificate for cause of death in case of medical legal cases. So whenever you suspect anything wrong, better go for the postmortem. Why it is crucial to for the maternal mortality reduction? Accurate cause of death.
वी कॅन ऑडिट, आणि मग त्याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला कळू शकेल की नेमकं काय झालं आणि कशामुळे झालंय.
Yes.
वी कॅन करेक्ट दोज थिंग्स.
Policy.
तेच मागचा शहाणा व्हायला पाहिजे.
जे अवॉइडेबल डेथ्स आहेत त्या आपण करू शकतो, वाचवू शकतो पेशंट्सला. सो हाऊ डज द सर्टिफिकेट प्रोटेक्ट फ्रॉम अ लीगली? So correctly filled medical cause of medical certificate for the cause of death then shows the transparent clinical reasoning. म्हणजे आपल्याला जे काही आहे ते पेशंट्सला, नातेवाईकांना सांगता येतं. आणि हेच जर आपण करेक्ट नाही भरलं तर ते आपल्या अगेन्स्ट उभं राहू शकतं ऍज अ एव्हिडन्स. सो इट इज इम्पॉर्टंट. सो वी हॅव सम डूज अँड डोंट्स फॉर द certificate. Mentioning the gestational age. जर maternal mortality असेल, abortion असेल किंवा full term deliveryच्या वेळेस होत असेल, तर whatever the gestational age of the patient is, it has to be mentioned. Then क्लिअर चेन, कॉझल चेन, म्हणजे जे जे इव्हिडन्सेस घडलेले आहेत त्याची सिक्वेन्सिंग प्रॉपरली केली पाहिजे. अँड देन यू गो फॉर द अंडरलाईन कॉज. Don't say that writing cardiac arrest or the vague terms is should not be done. Or कधी कधी असं असतं, फॅमिली वाले म्हणतात की नको नको, आमचा आधीच गेलेला आहे पेशंट, आता काय मिळणार आहे, आम्हाला PM नाही करायचं. So you should be away from all these things, because नंतर जर आपल्याला काही कळालं की it was some foul smell, foul work done, किंवा सासरच्यांनी काहीतरी केलेलं आहे, then you can be in trouble. So
No, actually, the
never
postmortem
go
is
under
decided.
the family pressure for issuing a death
Postmortem
certificate.
is always decided by police. You have to
Yes.
inform to the police, then police will decide whether postmortem is done or to be done or not. But you should insist that to know the exact cause, we should go for a postmortem.
Yes. So final take home message is, when you are in doubt, not to certify the deaths. When you certify, be precise about whatever you are writing. So it is a legal, ethical, and the public health duty about writing the medical certificate for cause of death. Where do ethics and legal obligations intersect in the death certificate? Madam?
हॅलो, 5 मिनिटात
सर
येते.
कुठे गेले?
आलोच.
पटेल सर आहेत का?
हॅलो. हो ना, एक 5 मिनिट संपत झालंय आता. करतोय. चालूच आहे अजून. हो ना. काल ना सारखा बुलावा येतोय.
मॅम सर नेटवर्क मध्ये नसेल मॅम. विजय सर, यू वॉन्ट टू ऍड समथिंग?
नो मॅम.
मुख्य आम्हाला मनीषा जगताप आणि आपल्या वर्षा लहाडे या दोन्ही मॅडमचे थँक्स म्हणायचे. बरीच मेहनत करून खूप छान स्लाइड्स दिलेल्या होत्या. आम्हाला वाचायला वेळ मिळाला नाही त्यामुळे, पण आमचे प्रॅक्टिकल अनुभव थोडेफार ऍड केले. पण आज मजा आली, छान. म्हणजे मी तर खूप वर्षांनी मधल्या काळात जवळजवळ माझे सगळे रंगगंध आणि या सगळ्या उद्योगात अडकलेला असल्यामुळे संभव ऑप्सगायनीच्या याला अटेंड करता आलं नाही. पण आज सगळेजण भेटले, मला छान वाटलं.
Thank you so much.
मजा आली.
Thank you,
आणि
sir.
नॉलेजही
I'm still in
बऱ्यापैकी
the
मिळालं
office.
त्याच्यात.
My whole civil hospital is surprised why I am sitting till 9 o'clock in the office. So even I नाहीतर उद्या पेपर मध्ये न्यूज येईल, 9 वाजेपर्यंत शासकीय कार्यालय उघडत. So to end up this panel discussion, every birth and every death counts. So I urge everyone to take this responsibility and share this responsibility to the next generation, that birth and death registration is really important. Thank you, Dr. M.C. Patel sir, Dr. Monica, everyone out here for giving me opportunity. And thanks a lot to my panelists as well as Manisha, my co-moderator. Thank you so much for making this.
So many congratulations and big round of applause for two learned moderators, Dr. Varsha and Dr. Manisha, nicely conducting the panel, and all the panelists to give their inputs to make this panel very interesting and fruitful. And I also congratulate Dr. Varsha for taking office as a CS Gadchiroli.
Thank you.
And all the best for bright future ahead.
You all are invited in Gadchiroli. It's now very changing.
So,
congratulations, Varsha madam.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Varsha
Many
ma'am.
more accolades
Thank you.
coming your way.
Congratulations, Varsha ma'am.
Thank
So,
you. Thank
Monica, we can conclude now.
Yes.
Yes.
Heartfelt thanks and gratitude to all the esteemed faculty members and the delegates who have joined today. for a very important webinar on medical legal aspects and the updation regarding the 3 important law which is dreaded by every obstetrician. So we thank our chief guest, Dr. Jyotsna Dumbre, madam, our guest of honor, Dr. Ramesh Deshle, sir, Dr. Varsha Baste, madam, and Dr. Sudarshan Naval, sir. Our speakers, Dr. Chandrakant Sanklecha, sir, Dr. Vijay Shinde, sir, and Dr. MC Patel, sir. Our moderators, Dr. Varsha Lahade, madam, Dr. Manisha Jagtap, ma'am. Our chairpersons for today, Dr. Yashwant Pawar, Dr. Ganesh Vare, Dr. Jitendra Humre, Dr. Anil Kande, Dr. Neeru Agarwal, and Dr. Neha Lad. For the third talk, Dr. Pankaj Mate, sir, Dr. Nitin Lad, Dr. Vaishali Chaudhary, and Dr. Anita Baviskar. Our panelists, Dr. Vikas Gore, sir, Dr. Sachin Khedkar, Dr. Vishal Patil, Dr. Tushar Zamre, Dr. Gauri, Dr. Swapnanjali, madam, Dr. Amit Karadu, Dr. Anand Patil, and Dr. Mukund, sir. Thank you, Team Corona, for the technical help, and thank you on behalf of all the coordinators, Patel sir, for giving us an opportunity to work with you and coordinate and convene this program. We also thank all our societies who have joined today, Ahmednagar, Chalisgaon, Dhule, Jalgaon, Jalna, Malegaon, and Nashik societies who have joined us today. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We all want to request on behalf of all of us that all the societies please support Dr. MC Patel sir in his Foxy endeavors. We want sir to be seen as Foxy president in 2026 election. So please vote and support for him during the election process.
Definitely.
Thank you, Monica.
Sir will,
Thank you, Monica.
sir will become
Yes.
president in
Okay,
20
thank you,
times,
madam.
sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
we can
Thanks a
conclude.
lot.
Yes, and thanks to Corona people also
Yes.
for supporting an educative in this educational activity. They are always with us. So thank you, Corona.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.